Hey guys, it's been a while. Welcome back. First off, hi, Awesome Sauce here. Back at it again with Love and Deepspace. If you'll notice, Caleb is here. Hi, Caleb.
You'll poke too hard and finally learn your lesson one of these days.
Good to know, good to know. So I was gonna stream these sooner, but honestly, how do I put this? So, like, hang on, let me check to make sure that this is working. Okay, yes, it's working. So basically what happened is that, these peeps want all your money. Infold wants all your money. That's what they want.
You look relaxed. I thought yesterday you said that you've been busy recently.
Caleb, I'm talking.
Does this mean you are hiding from me?
No, I was not. So with this event that's going on, right? Here's the thing. You can like do all the wishes to get the memories, right? Which is what you want, right? Like, let me see. To get all of these memories, right? All 5 of them. And I've managed to get all 5, thank goodness. But that's just for the memories. You have to pull a certain amount in order to get the outfits and to get their outfits and to get the hair. Like, I know it's crazy. And here's the thing, I haven't gotten all 5 of the outfits or the hair. I think the only 2 I'm missing is Caleb's and Xavier's. Those are the only 2 I'm really missing. I'm sorry, Zayne's and Caleb's. Oh shoot, why is my mouth dry? So those are the only 2 that, like, I guess the 2 that I don't mind if I don't have them. But I would have, okay, so I've made 200 wishes so far. I would have to make another 85 in order to get the rest. So this is Zayne's, and then you got Caleb's, right? I think I already have, obviously I have Silas's, because why not, you know? He's my first choice. Raphael's is my second, and then I put Xavier as my third, because I don't know why, I feel like the bad boy vibe fits Xavier. So anyways, I don't even have all like the hair and the outfits for them yet, because that requires another 85 pulls. And here's the thing, I've been doing stuff to get 3 wishes in order to pull for the guys, but it would take me at least maybe another 51 pulls in order to maybe get another one of the memories. But in terms of this, I would have to make at least another 85 pulls, which obviously if I want to get it over with, I could just buy my way to get all of it. And yeah, I've already spent some money on this, and I feel like I'm just gonna keep hurting myself if I spend any more. So we're gonna leave that be, because I have all the memories, and that's all that really matters. If I want to get the hair and everything else later on, I can do that. But so, like, honestly, the main thing it helps with is, like, if you want to take pictures with them, right? Oh, by the way, I got my outfit too. So, like, here's the outfit for Silas and his hair, because why not? You know, honestly, I wasn't digging the hair at first. I was kind of like, the hair's not really doing it for me, but it's grown on me. So, anyways, I'll leave that alone. But yeah, so I've pretty much leveled up most of the memories, I want to say. Like, where's Silas? So this is Silas. Oh, by the way, I got his other thing too, the white version of his outfit. Because why not? Here goes Xavier's. Here goes Zayne's. Here goes Raphael's. And last but not least is Caleb's. Hang on, let me go get some water real quick. I don't know why my throat is super dry right now. Okay, I'm coming back. Been holding still for 2 minutes. We're thinking about switching courage from hunter to assassin. Okay, I had some water. So, I say we go about this from least favorite love interest to most favorite love interest, because that's the way I like to go about it.
I guess I lost our staring contest again.
Caleb, shut up. So, my least favorite, as of right now, is Caleb. So, here's another funny thing. I've been enjoying, before I go into all that, I've been enjoying this, right? Which is like the little honestly, this is kind of like an alternate universe thing that they decided to do, as if they were like feral men or whatever. And I think it's so funny, in my opinion. I've been having fun with it. Like, here's Silas, trust level, everything, so on and so forth. If you play the game, you know what I'm talking about. And yeah, I've been having plenty of fun with this. I think I have Silas turned around, I have Raphael turned around, and I think Caleb turned around? Yeah. Okay, so I have them 3, and I don't have Zayne and Xavier yet. But I have to wait for this to go up, which will go up in 2 days. Because as of right now, it is February 17th. So, I've got time. But yeah, they kind of let you do these little secret meetings or whatever, and then they let you go through these, like, I don't know, funny in my opinion. I've been having plenty of fun with that, but if you want to know what that's about, play the game yourself. Or maybe I'll go over it in a bit, I don't know, we'll see. Our main focus today is the memories. So, what the frick is this? Oh, yeah. See, that's another thing. I have like 20 million Caleb memories that I need to go through. Like, I have this one, I have that one, and I think I already went through that one. I have this one, and I have that one. So yeah, I need to go through like a bunch of other Caleb memories too that I haven't gone through. But for now, we're gonna go with your boy. And here's the thing, I don't know anything about these memories or like what to expect other than him force feeding his dog to... Other than that, I don't really know what else to expect, and I kind of don't want to know anything else because I've been avoiding spoilers like the plague, and that's how I want to keep it. Okay, so while tracking down a predator, I stumbled upon Caleb's secret. Okay, we're gonna get through this. We're gonna do this. We got this. I don't know. Blind reactions. Save the best for last. Yes, we're gonna save the best for last, and that's Silas. So, yes, this is totally blind reactions. I don't know anything in regards to these, and yeah, we're just gonna go right into this. So, let's just start. The sky is a dull gray. A plastic bag rustles in the wind and dances alone through an empty, abandoned building. Outside is an undeveloped patch of land. I hold my camera. I'm taking pictures of the bloodstains on the ground. Several of my colleagues from the LCBI are crouching down next to me. They're collecting samples for analysis. In the distance, a male colleague crosses the police line. He waves a document around as he runs towards me.
Here's the preliminary autopsy report. We ruled out the possibility of a wild animal attack and confirmed the perpetrator was a predator.
Okay. I take the document and begin reading through its contents one page at a time. Another predator. That's the 5th case this month. The onset of a headache occurs before I even realize it. The predators are a serious threat to the city. These mutated humans, when in a frenzied state, become extremely aggressive. Their physical condition, speed, and strength honestly, none of the... I think the only one that's actually legitimately human outside of this is Caleb. I think he's the only human one. Silas is a dragon. Raphael is a sea god / Lemurian / fish person. Xavier is like an alien, and honestly, I don't know in terms of Zayne. Like a demigod, kind of? I want to say something like that. Caleb, I don't fully know yet. I want to say he's the most human out of all of them, but even then, that's pushing it, I feel like. Oh shoot, did I read that? Their physical condition, speed, strength far surpass those of normal humans. They really are monsters. Okay. Has the victim's identity been confirmed?
He's from the security center. Unfortunately for us, he held a high position, so his personal info is classified.
I think LCBI stands for Lincoln City Bureau Investigation, so instead of FBI, it's LCBI.
Our colleagues already submitted an investigation approval request to our superiors, but it'll take a while for the application to be processed.
Check the nearby residential area for the victim's movements and collect surveillance footage from around the building. Review dashcam recordings from vehicles in the vicinity, too. Aside from his personal information, we can investigate other things.
This is an active crime scene. You can't enter. I'm so sorry, sir. I didn't realize it was you. Please, go right ahead.
So he's normal, but he has mullet hair. Okay. The commotion behind me makes me turn. A tall, familiar figure stands beyond... I like the outfit. I don't think I've seen you in the white outfit before, but I don't know. The commotion behind me makes me turn. A tall, familiar figure stands before the police tape. He's putting away his credentials. Caleb, what is he doing here? Caleb, wearing a uniform and carrying a file folder, ducks under the police tape that other people lift for him. The colleagues around me recognize him. Lowering their heads to focus on their tasks, they stop talking.
I heard there was another Predator attack. I was in the area, so I thought I'd check in and see how everyone's doing.
Mr. Councilman, I thought you were swamped with work, but you have the time to see us as we conduct our investigation. As soon as the words leave my mouth, my colleague nudges my arm and shoots me a warning glance. Their eyes scream at me to watch my tongue.
The victim was a government official. It's a sensitive case. In addition, the Predators have been a constant threat to our city's safety for quite some time. The government has always treated this issue with the utmost care.
The Predators have been a constant threat to our city's safety. Okay. I know it's a nice outfit, right?
Can I get an estimate of how long it will take for the LCBI to solve this case?
Good question. I raise my camera once more and try to find the perfect angle for documenting the crime scene. We're doing our best to move as quickly as possible. Is there a timeline the government is expecting us to meet?
I'm wondering when a certain individual whose life has been nothing but this investigation will finally return home. I have a few more questions. Would you mind stepping aside so we can talk privately?
I don't know if I trust you, Caleb. I shoot a glare at Caleb before giving my camera to another colleague. My colleagues sigh quietly to show their sympathy. Under their watchful eyes, I remove my gloves and follow Caleb into the abandoned building. Oh, heck nah. Okay, hang on. I gotta go get something real quick. Be right back. I'm back. And with food. Hang on, put this over. That's not gonna work. Okay, sorry, I'm back. Did his voice change for a second? I sensed a different vibe from that. Yes. Yes, his voice changed. Okay, we'll continue this for now. Caleb and I grew up together as homeless kids in the Southern District. Interesting. We wandered the street and shared our hard-earned loaves of bread. We narrowly escaped death at the hands of the Predators countless times. But as we grew up, our paths diverged. He became the councilman of the city, while I became an enforcer at the Lincoln City Bureau of Investigation, or LCBI. Got it. Our different career paths often put us at odds, professionally speaking. To avoid any unnecessary trouble, we agreed to maintain a professional distance in public. But behind that facade, we have a close bond.
We haven't seen each other in ages. And this is how you greet me?
Shut up, Caleb. You're interfering with an official investigation right now. Consider yourself lucky I haven't asked for your removal. Besides, how did you even know I was here?
I have my ways of finding out the things I want to know.
Will filing a report about the councilman abusing his power do anything?
You might find yourself implicated. After all, you're my closest confidant.
I steal a glance at my colleagues outside the building. Then I give Caleb's hand a quick, reproachful pinch. Didn't we agree to act like strangers at work? Why are you breaking the rules again? Only then does Caleb hand me the file he's holding. Puzzled, I break the seal and pull out a report. It contains the victim's personal information and a detailed record of his recent movements.
The victim often visited a certain club. It's possible the attack wasn't random. As you can see, I go out of my way to bring you crucial information. And you still keep me at arm's length.
Caleb grabs the file and pretends to take it back, but I tighten my grip and refuse to let go. Oh. Suddenly, he releases his grip on the file, grasps my arm, and pulls me toward him. His lips are near my ear.
You're awfully good at pretending we're not close. You're coming home for dinner tonight, right? Say yes, and I'll play along.
I slightly lift the file folder and wave goodbye. I turn to leave. Yup, that would be me. I'll be working late on the case tonight, so I can't.
Really? Awesome. I heard about this new place that just opened. Ooh.
I quickly turn around and use the file folder to cover Caleb's mouth. I push him behind a concrete pillar. Caleb, you... Fine, I'll have dinner with you. Happy? How long till we get to the spicy part? The LCBI immediately dispatched a team to investigate the club the victim frequented. Blech. To our surprise, the club turned out to be a massive black market. It sold information about the Predators. Some rumors claim the club was connected to a predator of the highest rank. Using his status, he maintained control over this diverse and chaotic underground world. I put down the investigation report. My mind is already racing. Listen, don't call me out. Was the victim killed because he learned too much about the Predators during his investigation? The Predators must be scared about being exposed, so they eliminated the threat. As I look up, I see the clock on the wall. It's already late.
You're still here. You must be exhausted with how you stay up late every night for this case.
Lost in thought, I barely acknowledge the male colleague who's approaching me. I nod in response and gather my things. I grab my bag and head for the stairs, but he follows me. He talks incessantly about what he did today. Oh, it's raining. When we reached the ground floor, I noticed the raindrops beyond the glass doors. I didn't even know when it started raining.
You've been so focused on work that you didn't notice the weather, huh? Did you bring an umbrella? I have one. We can walk home together.
Oh no, I don't... Oh, you gonna make Caleb jealous with that. Thank you, but that won't be necessary. I quicken my pace and try to find shelter under the building's eaves. Even though I said no, my colleague is determined. He opens his umbrella.
You always go home by yourself. You don't need to make excuses about being single. I'll have you know I'm an eligible bachelor.
Dude is hitting on me hard. No, thank you.
You just don't know me well enough. Why don't we take this opportunity to...
No. No need. I have no intention of getting to know you better.
Look how heavy the rain is. Let me walk you home. It'll be more
Who said she doesn't have an umbrella?
Ooh, here comes Caleb. A shadow falls over me as Caleb appears. He's holding a black umbrella. Wrapping his arm around my shoulders, he stands next to me. A hint of a smile plays on his lips as he glances at my colleague before turning to me.
I thought the plan was for me to pick you up. Why are you already out here? It's pouring. I don't want you to catch a cold. And this is your...
My colleague's confident demeanor crumbles. He awkwardly shifts and clenches his fist.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't know you'd be here. I was just being a polite coworker.
Sure, buddy. He forces himself to smile and backs away with his umbrella. He waves goodbye. Took the hint.
I'll be going now. Good night, you two. Sorry about that.
Well, at least he was nice about it. Now that the annoying colleague is gone, I pat Caleb's arm. He raises the umbrella a little higher. I hook my arm around his and we step out into the rain together. Okay, well
I said it before, didn't I? You don't need to be polite to guys like that.
If you were a second late, you could have seen me show him my manners. But why did you pick me up today? You didn't even give me a heads up. He saved you, technically, so be grateful, MC.
When I saw it was raining, I decided to check in and see if you remembered to bring an umbrella. And the answer was, nope. Besides, you're either at the LCBI building or a crime scene.
A very polite coworker. I know, right? Extremely polite.
If I didn't take the initiative, would we even see each other for 1 second?
Feeling sheepish, I tighten my grip on Caleb's arm and lean in to whisper. Girl, that is full-on couple stuff. Well, you can see me right now.
Are you trying to sweet-talk your way out of this? You'll need to do more than that.
Well then, I guess I'll just walk home by myself. I reach for Caleb's umbrella and pretend to take it. Smiling, he passes the umbrella to his other hand and wraps his arm around my shoulders. The rainy night invites an all-encompassing darkness. The street stretches out endlessly into the distance. Do you remember when it was raining cats and dogs in the Southern District? There were leaks in our temporary shelter, so we had to huddle under the eaves.
I've never forgotten a single thing about you.
That can either be really cute or really creepy.
We don't have to worry about getting caught in the rain now, though.
Oh, sorry, I was reading too deep into that. Raindrops pitter-patter against the umbrella. Caleb's warm scent envelops me and my heart begins to race. No, it does not. Not to me. The Southern District was never peaceful. As a lawless part of this sinful metropolis, the strong preyed on the weak. Caleb and I were only kids back then. We lived from one meal to the next and never knew when we'd eat again. When the city was in a state of chaos, we were separated. Our lives had changed by the time we reunited. We're no longer lost and alone. Finding our way back to each other feels like a stroke of luck. But what Caleb went through during our time apart remains a mystery. He has yet to talk about it.
The councilman has recently attended a hearing about the provisions concerning the increased monitoring of predators and the protection of ordinary citizens. Afterward, the councilman refused to answer any questions from reporters. Many doubt his commitment to reform.
You know what this is giving me vibes of? This is giving me like Tokyo Ghoul vibes. Like you got the normal human people that walk among us, right? And then you got the ghouls, or in this case, what they like to call predators, right? Like that's what I'm getting from this, is like Tokyo Ghoul vibes. I was thinking that the whole time. Yes! Okay, so that's what I'm getting, like the Tokyo Ghoul vibes. I don't know why. I don't know. That's just what I'm getting from it. Like, I guess that's a good comparison so far. And like the thing is it's like cute and sweet right now, but I know it's about to turn dark in like however much longer.
As rumors about the councilman's uncompromising stance continue to spread, no one knows for sure whether he will respond to the mounting pressure from various parties.
The living room TV is tuned into the evening news. This channel is known for its somewhat biased commentary on political figures. I'm curled up on the sofa with a plate of fruit. I can hear the shower being turned off from the bathroom. Please do not. Okay, thank goodness. I was gonna say, please do not come out here shirtless. Caleb walks out and a towel is draped over his head as he dries his wet hair. Yeah, that's a lot of hair you got, bro. They didn't hold back. They said you were uncompromising. There's been a flood of negative press about you lately, Caleb. You haven't ruffled the feathers of important birds, right? He walks over to the coffee table and pours a glass of water. He slightly turns his head and meets my gaze. His mouth curls into a faint smile.
I'm not sure when it comes to other people, but I might have offended the lovely lady in front of me. I brought her here so she could relax. Alas, my good intentions will go unappreciated today.
I stab a piece of fruit with my fork and bring it to Caleb's lips. Great. Now I gotta feed you. What about now? Are you still going to sulk? Maybe a few bites will change your mind. A drop of water falls from Caleb's damp hair and lands on my wrist. He glances down and wipes it away with his thumb. I find myself pulling away. Having been together since we were kids, we've fallen into our own rhythm. It's a familiar dance of interactions. What? What, MC? What? Hang on. Readjusting myself. And moving my... Bro, it's cold. That's what it is. Like, it's freaking cold over here. Whoa, frick. Okay. Just a wee bit more. There we go. Much better. I wonder what would have happened if we weren't separated. Would we have kept our dynamic?
Why'd you do that?
Why'd I do what? Caleb seems unfazed by my movement. He withdraws his hand. I was thinking, all these negative stories about you popped up overnight. Did something happen again that I don't know about?
Well, you could always move in with me. Then you'll never miss a moment of my exciting life.
No thanks. There's a hint of seriousness in Caleb's expression that catches me off guard. I can't look him in the eye. I'll do it if you're willing to take over my job. The LCBI's been hectic because of this new case.
Has there been a breakthrough?
We just got the investigation report on the club. It looks like there's a connection between this place and a predator who goes by the name Percy's. Have you heard of this person before?
Isn't this the LCBI's field of expertise? How would I know anything about the Praedators?
Boy, if you don't... I know that's your code name. He puts down his glass of water and picks up an invitation from the coffee table. It's It's in what? Embossed? I don't freaking know how to say that. In gold.
You seem to be busy, huh? Not a lot of free time. I received an invitation to a party. I was wondering if you'd be interested in being my +1.
Is this a ghoul party, or is this Skiyama inviting party, or is this a normal party? As councilman, Caleb has received countless invitations for galas and parties throughout the year. On the other hand, I was never fond of these occasions. Is it another event where everyone kisses up to the councilman? Why should a low-ranking enforcer like me be there?
Unfortunate.
Caleb opens the invitation. He steals a glance at me before nonchalantly tilting it so I can see the host's name printed on the card. It's from the club we're investigating.
Since you're not interested, I guess I'll have to go by myself.
He really likes pulling these. As Caleb starts to put the invitation to the side, I reach out. Getting on my tiptoes, I snatch it from him. I didn't say that. And going with you won't be a bad thing, right? Don't worry, I'll definitely be on time. Caleb pays no attention to my attempt to butter him up. Instead, he tosses my hair.
Now you're trying to charm me.
How could you say that? I meant every word. Oh, this is pretty. Perfectly arranged, vibrant flowers surround an intricately carved fountain. Lush, sculpted shrubs flank the sides to add to the garden's meticulous beauty. I can't freaking talk. Elegantly dressed guests mingle in the garden. I thought this was a club. They pluck champagne. They pluck champagne glasses and hors d'oeuvres. Am I saying that right? I don't even know if I'm saying that right. From the trays of passing waiters. And here I thought the councilman was too busy with government affairs. Who knew he was living in the lap of luxury?
I agree that government officials enjoy a few more perks than your average enforcer. If you like what you see, you can request a transfer next month.
I told you, I...
Don't like extra things in your pockets? You're wearing a dress today. There are no pockets.
Okay. Caleb links his arm with mine, then he carefully lifts the hem of my dress that's close to touching the ground. Long tables draped in delicate white gauze are laden with an array of exquisite desserts and drinks. They invite guests to indulge themselves. I take a glass of champagne and raise it to my lips. A young man approaches us and respectfully nods at Caleb.
It's been a while since I was transferred, sir. I didn't expect to see you here.
The young man's gaze flickers between Caleb and me. I try to pull my hand away, but Caleb gently presses his palm against mine to keep it in place.
I just wanted to pay my respects. I hope you have a wonderful evening.
That's basically his way of saying, yeah, this is my girl.
Likewise.
Likewise. As soon as he's out of hearing range, I look at Caleb and tap his arm. Did you make him think there's something between us on purpose? See, that's like body language 101. That's him like, hey, she's mine, like kind of thing. Like, ooh.
What are you talking about? Or would you rather tell me what our relationship is?
I see you as an older brother, Caleb. Nothing more. Caleb looks at me with a steady gaze. His words leave me speechless, and all the confusing feelings I've been trying to ignore lately rush into my heart. Okay, look, listen. I can see why people fall in love with Caleb, right? Like, I don't think he's a bad guy, and I don't think he's a bad love interest. Me as a person, sure, I like Caleb, but do I think he's a good fit for MC? No, not in the slightest. So, like, I'm conflicted because part of me is like, yeah, sure, cool, why not? But part of me for MC is like, no, heck no, no way. He takes the champagne from my hand and pours it into a nearby ice bucket. My. Annoyed, I purse my lips and reach for a petite four. I can't freaking talk. I don't even know what that said. You didn't have to shoot him like that. I even felt that. Listen. I'm conflicted when it comes to Caleb, okay? When it comes to Caleb, that's why he's my least favorite out of the 5, but I'm getting to know him more, and I'm starting to warm up to him, alright? So, just right now, he's in older brother territory, okay? It's just champagne. There's nothing wrong with it, right? Caleb ignores the complaint. I muttered.
If you really want to define it, then we can start with those days when we struggled to survive in the Southern District. Like when we first met and were ready to beat each other up over a rotten apple. Or maybe when I shared half of my hard-earned juice with you.
What about the time I saved my money to buy you that bread you wanted? And don't forget how I protected you by wrestling a gun away from a predator when we were little. Oh, my neighbors are deciding to be loud right now. Caleb reaches out and taps my nose. I blink.
Okay. You have the best memory in all of Lincoln. Feel free to try anything that catches your eye. Except the alcohol, of course. I need to go out and socialize for a bit.
Looking past Caleb's shoulder, I take note of the guest who spotted him. As expected, they're ready to approach him at any given moment.
Entertain yourself for now. And if you decide to snoop around, be careful.
I let go of Caleb's arm. He lifts his champagne glass to discreetly bid me farewell. Then he turns and disappears into the crowd. Thank goodness. He remembered that I didn't like these fancy gatherings. He didn't make me interact with everyone. I make my way to the dining area and sit down. As I nibble on some whatever the frick that is, I scan my surroundings and take in everything. All the waiters emerge from the other side of the garden. My gaze is drawn to the grand, castle-like structure that looms in the distance. There might be some valuable intel inside. I pop the last whatever that is into my mouth and get up. While no one's watching, I walk over to that building. The Great Hall is adorned with luxurious tapestries. Engaged in lively conversations, small groups of people stand here and there. No one has noticed me. I press on and venture into a seemingly endless corridor. The chatter from the Great Hall fades behind me. On either side of the corridor are rooms with their doors firmly closed.
Excuse me, are you a guest at tonight's event? I'm afraid this area is the owner's private quarters. I must ask you to head back.
I'm sorry, I made a turn and got lost. I thought this would lead me to the exit. I can feel the waiter's eyes boring holes into my back as I walk away. Not wanting to arouse any more suspicion, I quicken my pace and retreat. Returning to the Great Hall, I take a risk and glance at the waiter who caught me. To my relief, his attention seems to be elsewhere. That corridor is hiding something important. As I mull over ways to return unnoticed, a peculiar scent draws my attention. It's a specialized aerosol designed to expose the predators. My body tenses. Years of working with the LCBI have made me all too familiar with this type of spray. Any predators who... I'm sorry. Any predators who inhale it will be revealed within minutes. It's a substance that's been under layers and layers of government regulation for years. This isn't an accident. The waiters usher the guests towards the exits, and chaos envelops the Great Hall. I take this chance to return to the corridor. A noise from one of the rooms catches my attention. I position myself beside the door. I reach for my gun that's concealed under my dress. The faint click of a turning lock catches my attention. Before I can react, a hand grabs my arm and yanks me into the room. My back is pressed against a warm chest, and a hand is clamped over my mouth. Darkness floods my vision as my eyes adjust to the dimly lit room. I jab my elbow back, but the attacker anticipates this. Their grip around me tightens.
Shh. Don't speak.
Caleb? For a split second I freeze, then all the fight within me disappears. I can feel Caleb's chest rising and falling against my back. His close proximity makes me aware of my racing heart.
Hurry! Find the Predators, now!
Wait, are they looking for him? I think Caleb is. As the adrenaline fades, I notice the heavy breathing near my ear. Cautious, I turn my head to get a closer look. Are we about to see it? Yes! Legit! It's the RC stealth stuff, bro! I was like, how does this correlate into freaking Tokyo Ghoul? You're right. You're totally right. Whew, okay, here we go. Nice outfit change. Caleb, you're a predator? Oh my gosh, I totally didn't know that. The realization hits me like, okay. You know, honestly, even with the outfit change, right? Because in Tokyo Ghoul, they wear the masks, right? They wear the mask. I mean, technically, he's not wearing a mask, but he's wearing a different outfit, so it's kind of like it. I mean, he's wearing something on his face. Does that count? Yeah, see? There you go. The realization hits me like a bolt of lightning. The spray that's intended to expose the predators triggered his transformation. There's no time for questions. Alarms ring throughout the building, their wails drowning any chances for an explanation.
Yeah. I'm the club's owner. That infamous predator all of you were whispering about. Are you going to arrest me now?
I'm just gonna... no comment. Caleb attempts to smile. He leans against the wall. As his eyes dart around, a mix of emotions betrays his expression. I don't know where the LCBI takes the predators they captured, but it can't be a nice place. I have no idea how Caleb became a predator, but I can't just stand here and let him be killed. The thought of arresting Caleb doesn't even cross my mind. I move to support him, but he gently pushes me away.
I'm not exactly stable right now. Keep your distance.
Damn. Footsteps come to a halt outside the door. Ignoring Caleb's protests, I grab his arm and drag him to the window on the other side of the room. I push it open. We'll be caught if we stay. Let's go. The SUV races down the road like an arrow that was shot from a bow. Driving the car, I only allow myself to breathe when the club is behind us.
And here I thought you were gonna slap cuffs on me. Who knew enforcers could play favorites?
You probably know what they do to the predators better than me. How could I ever hand you over to them? I gulp. I'm torn between the anger at his secrecy and the pain that he thought I'd actually turn him in. Don't lie to me. I want the truth and I want it now. How did you become a predator? In the back seat, Caleb leans against the door, his hand resting on it. I glance at the rearview mirror and see his expression become more somber. Works for a detective agency, has a connection to a restaurant of sorts, looks iconic. Yeah, pretty much.
After we were separated that day, one of the predators attacked me. I thought I was done for. But I survived. The catch was that I became one of them.
He recounts it casually, but I can sense the weight of unspoken pain behind his words. There's a lot he's not saying. My hands tighten on the steering wheel, and a storm of emotions churn inside me. And this isn't the first time you lost control?
When I first turned, I was in a frenzy for a long time. To keep others safe, I had no choice but to isolate myself. Then I ran into a group of people one day. They weren't predators, but they took me away.
Did they make you a test subject for research on the predators? I saw cases like this during my time at the LCBI. Someone is always looking to exploit the predators.
After I became the councilman, I tried to track them down. But every lead turned into a dead end. There's one thing I do know, though. They implanted something called an activator inside me.
What the hell? An activator? Does it keep your frenzied state in check?
Not bad. The activator helps predators like me snap out of it when we go into a frenzy. But that state, it messes with your head. Everything from back then is a blur. I don't even remember where they put the activator. It's hazy. But I do remember bits and pieces. At some point, I fought my way out and escaped.
Something called, quote-unquote, an activator doesn't sound like it suppresses, it sounds like it activates, if you catch my drift. Having worked with the LCBI for years, I'm all too familiar with what happens when the predators lose control. Huh, really? When Caleb went through all of this alone, was it as easy as he's making it sound? That aerosol for the predators, it was meant for you.
Correct. I founded the club. It was a cover at first. A way to blend in and have a legitimate identity, you know? But as the club's reputation grew, it started turning heads. Not all of them are friendly, in case you were wondering.
I guess you can't show up as the councilman for a while, huh? Not when the aerosol is still affecting you. You know, honestly, okay, so Kaneki isn't the vibes I'm getting from him. I'm getting Amon vibes. I'm getting Amon vibes. That's what I'm, cause he was part of the government and everything too, right? And at first he was anti ghoul, and then he turns into a ghoul later on. Like I'm getting Amon vibes from Caleb. I guess you can't show up as the councilman for a while, huh? Not when the aerosol is still affecting you. You're being watched. Your home isn't safe anymore. Okay, I turn the steering wheel to the right and the tires screech as the car lurches in another direction. Let's go somewhere else. If someone's targeting Caleb, they probably have a stake out at his place. Going there would be walking right into their hands. The Southern District is where the predators gather. That might be the safest place for him right now. It's also where we grew up. Caleb pulls out a small device and his fingers dance across the screen. In an instant, our car, conspicuous as a prowling beast, vanishes. What the freak? It melts seamlessly into the surrounding landscape. We end up in a derelict street in the Southern District. It's a melting pot here, and the winding alleys can be used for cover. We should be safe from any pursuers for now. Ah, shoot, I didn't get to read that. Too fast. Puddles of dirty water dot the cracked pavement. Weathered concrete buildings stand next to each other, their gray appearances a testament to the passage of time. These structures are relics and are amongst the oldest in the city. Caleb offers his hand. I take it. With a small hop, we move past a small puddle together. It's been years since we set foot in this place.
Do you miss it?
I do, and do you know what I miss the most? That little electronic bird we rescued from a dumpster when we were kids. As we turned the corner, the sights and sounds of a bustling marketplace engulf us. I used one as my alarm clock, and every morning you'd grumble about how noisy it was. You threatened to throw it away, but you never did.
You think I couldn't part with that noisy bird? I just couldn't bear to see someone in tears.
I wouldn't have minded. After all, I knew someone would be there to comfort me. The street is far from ordinary. You can find daily necessities along with all manners of contraband here. Photon bombs, pulse rifles, and signal jammers for sale. We've been gone for a few years. Now look at this place. They threw caution to the wind.
All I remember was someone confusing a real gun for a fake. Then she tried to rob me.
I mean, it worked. He was scared out of his wits. Look over there. They're actually selling Predators like merchandise. They even have price tags. Oh. Was that a thing in Tokyo? Actually,
I guess I should consider myself lucky I wasn't put up for sale back then.
I would have tried to find you and come back to this place 1,000 times if I had to. Assuming you were sold, I'd find a way to see you again. I would have rescued you and made sure you were free. Caleb tightens his grip on my hand.
Freedom isn't everything to me. Being with you is what matters. After we got separated, I tried to find you.
Even if you didn't say it, I know you'd looked for me. I was also trying to find you. Caleb gives me a long, meaningful look. Okay, at some point this has to turn like 180 degrees, right? Because like the scene is different. Also, this is a really pretty sunset. After walking around the market all afternoon, we find ourselves in a certain spot as evening falls. As always, the streets are bathed in the familiar glow of the sunset. At the end of the street stands an abandoned watchtower. It's spired partially in the way of the setting sun. Is it just me, or did this tower look much taller when we were kids? Caleb turns to look at me, then he playfully raises his hand to measure my height.
I think it's because you've gotten taller. You're practically a giant compared to back then.
Listen, buddy, this is nice and everything, but can you please put on a shirt? The same can be said about you. Thanks for the random compliment. The watchtower stands as the tallest structure in this part of the Southern District. Its top floor has been abandoned for a long time. Many years ago, the elderly watchtower keeper took us in. We had a shelter within these walls and shared a small room on one of the floors.
When I'm gone, you two should stay here.
Where are you going? You're not going to stay with us anymore?
I'm going to a place where little ones can't go.
The streets of the Southern District were blanketed in snow that winter. Caleb and I laid the old man to rest. Oh. So instead of grandma, it's a grandpa? Haha. After he passed away, this place became our home, and our small bed was right next to the window. Back then, I could see the sky if I looked up. Sometimes I could see Caleb's figure perched on the iron frame outside, just like right now. Whenever I saw you sitting here all by yourself, I was scared. I thought you were going to leave me behind. I climbed through the window and sit next to Caleb.
Really? Where would I even go?
Maybe you'd head to the city across the river? Caleb raises his arm and wraps it around my shoulders as he looks at the opposite shore.
Do you remember what I told you when you gave me that necklace in this very spot?
It happened after we reunited with each other. I want you to have this necklace. If we're ever separated again for a long time, I'll be able to find you so long as you have this necklace. It doesn't matter how much you might change.
You're giving me a gift and didn't even give me a warning.
It's easy to return the favor. My wish is a simple one. I want us to have a home together. That's all I ask. Caleb raises his hand, the necklace's apple-shaped pendant hanging from his finger. It reflects a soft, silvery light against the backdrop of the setting sun. The river splits the city in two. Our side is the southern district that's dirty and chaotic. The other side, though, is a city of towering skyscrapers and bustling streets. It's as if the sunset prefers that place. The river under our feet sparkles in the setting sun. Just like before, we stare at the city on the opposite shore.
I promise our home will be there.
Aww, that's cute.
I promise our home will be there.
Aww, also cute. Even though he's talking about the city across the river, Caleb's gaze is fixated on me. It shimmers like the water's surface and reflects emotions in their depths. I appreciate the sentiment, but you can't go back to your own place. What will you do now?
I think I'll just disappear for a while. Let's see what my pursuers do.
Aww. Caleb stands up and holds out his hand to me.
Do you want to check it out?
I guess. Isn't it old and abandoned? What are we talking about?
Maybe a kind soul stopped by and spruced it up.
I follow Caleb up the winding staircase to the top of the tower. The bare cement walls are exactly as I remember them. The old sturdy wooden door hasn't changed either. I have a feeling a big surprise is waiting for me. Oh, good Lord, MC, if only you knew. Caleb just smiles and nods towards the door. He silently urges me to open it. Confused yet curious, I do just that. Oh, okay, this is actually really cute. I'm stunned. The interior has been completely transformed, and the top floor has been divided into several fully furnished rooms. I stop in my tracks. With widened eyes, I turn to Caleb. When did you turn the watchtower into this?
You weren't the only one who missed this place.
It really feels like a home now. I approach the nearest room and reach for the doorknob. But before I can turn it, Caleb's hand covers mine. He's standing right behind me, and his face is close to my ear as he leans in.
This room isn't quite finished yet. We'll save it for another time.
Oh no. I turn my head and study his expression. It's your secret base, isn't it?
Sometimes secrets are nothing more than the burdens we carry. And right now, my biggest secret is trying to figure out how to decorate this room.
Sure. Caleb's honesty is disarming. I decided to let go of my suspicions.
Why don't we do a trade? I'll show you something I know you'll like instead.
Oh, good Lord. Caleb takes a step back and picks up a small tablet from a nearby cabinet. His fingers dance across the screen. A soft whirring catches my attention, and my eyes try to look for the source of the sound. It's the bird, isn't it? At the far end of the room, a hidden door slides open. Lights flicker on to reveal an arsenal of weapons. Okay, never mind. At the back, a sleek new aircraft gleams on a launch pad. What the frick? It's ready to take to the skies at a moment's notice. Caleb, you've been way too busy behind my back. My fingers trace the sleek lines of a new pistol. It's the one I requested from the LCBI, but I never received it.
I think you're upset because I didn't tell you I had your dream gun. I can see the saliva dripping out of your mouth.
Didn't you say I would like this place? I should act excited then. I wouldn't want to disappoint you. In one swift motion, I point the gun at Okay, that's not something you do, MC. I point the gun at Caleb's forehead. He doesn't even flinch. He smiles and crosses his arms. I can't even scare you anymore, lame. I toss the gun back to Caleb. I know, right?
Who says I was scared? Maybe I was just playing along the whole time.
Yeah, you don't go pointing guns at people's heads, MC. Caleb, you're terrible. MC, you're terrible.
How? You used to be happy every day. Those were good times.
Mm-hmm. As long as you're by my side, I can be as happy as I am now every day. Goodness, this is a long memory. Caleb has moved into the watchtower, and I've temporarily relocated there as well, so now you're on the run, MC? The LCBI's crackdown on the club led to the arrest of several predators. They also quickly identified the true culprit behind the murder. During the day, I continue with my usual work while secretly investigating and researching ways to help the predators quickly recover from their frenzied state. Goodness, that was a mouthful. At night, I return to the secret base where Caleb waits. His sudden disappearance has thrown the outside world into chaos. There are even rumors that Caleb himself might be a predator, yet Caleb remains unfazed. He often spends time alone in the armory and tinkers with discarded parts. Sometimes a holographic screen shows the news while he busies himself. With an aloof air, he listens to it. We often find ourselves on the bed by the window, and my head rests on Caleb's arm. We chat quietly and gaze at the scenery outside when it's nighttime. These simple moments of companionship, in my memory, I only experienced them briefly in a distant past I can barely recall. Sometimes I can't help but think these precious moments are like sand in an hourglass. They'll eventually run out. When that day comes, Caleb will leave this sanctuary to face the storm outside. Okay. In that hazy state between sleep and being conscious, I hear birds chirping. Their cries drift in from somewhere beyond the edges of my fading dream. As the warmth... Oh, thank goodness you're wearing freaking clothes again. As the warmth beneath my fingertips becomes more pronounced, I open my eyes. Caleb's sleeping face is just centimeters away from mine. I realize half of my body is draped over Caleb's chest, and my palm rests on his collarbone. Ah, interesting. His eyelashes flutter ever so slightly with every breath he takes. As the reality of our positions sink in, I don't move in case my breast disturbed this moment. I don't think we were like this when we fell asleep last night. I slowly lift my hand and try to move away, but Caleb is fast asleep and unaware of my movements. His eyelashes are still as long as they were when we were kids. After watching him for a moment, I poke his chin. He doesn't stir. I guess he's out cold. Good morning. I decided to be a little more mischievous and tickle him. I finally get a reaction. He stirs, wrapping his arm around me as he rolls over. His chin rests on top of my head. It's as if he's about to wake up. I quickly close my eyes and pretend to be asleep. A moment passes before Caleb embraces me more tightly. He strokes the back of my head.
You wake me up only to pretend you're asleep?
I didn't wake you up. It was the birds.
Birds aren't that mischievous.
I try to cover Caleb's mouth with my hand, but he just softly laughs. He props himself up on his elbow and catches my wrist.
I finally managed to get rid of that electronic bird alarm of yours. And now you've decided to wake me up every morning?
So you still have a grudge against my bird alarm. It wasn't that bad. Our faces are so close that our noses are almost touching. His breath is warm against my cheek, and in the soft morning light, I can see his fine, delicate hair. Something in the air seems to shift. I acknowledge it, but I don't think about it. Instead, I close my eyes for a moment. Please do not. 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 I can hear a heart racing, but I'm not sure if it's his or mine. Caleb traces a path down my palm, and I notice how his gaze settles on my lips. Please do not. 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 Will he move closer? It's at this moment I become keenly aware of a secret longing hidden in the depths of my heart. Oh, thank goodness. Oh, yeah. Ooh, ooh. Caleb slightly lowers his head and nuzzles my cheek. I'll take that instead. Nice hair. Nice mullet hair. Woo! I hold my breath, but he only reveals a slight smile before quickly rolling over and burying his face in the pillow. Good. Do not kiss me.
You know, I miss that electronic bird. At least it had an off switch.
Understanding what he's implying, I blush. I turn on my side and playfully poke his back. Needed to hold your breath for that, huh? Shut up. Shut up. Hey, that's not the point of having an electronic bird. If small animals suddenly start to make a fuss, that could mean something's off. Should we head up to the rooftop and check it out? Oh my, okay. Hang on. I'm just gonna take some food out because I've been waiting for it to get to the spicy part before I start eating, and I haven't. I haven't seen it yet, and I don't know when it's coming. So, honestly, how does this shift at this point? Like, how? I don't understand. I'm a little confused, if I'm being honest. I don't know when this is gonna turn into a complete 180. Oh, shoot. Almost fell. Almost fell. By the way, in case if you're wondering what I got Wingstop. I got Wingstop. Okay. Following the sound, we arrive at the watchtower's roof where a spacious terrace awaits. The early morning air is veiled in a thin gossamer-like mist. What the frick does gossamer mean? At the edge of the terrace, we see a small bird's nest. Inside of it are a few baby birds huddling together. They shiver despite their efforts to keep one another warm. Their mother isn't around. I crouch down and gently wrap my shawl around the edge of the nest. Once winter ends, they'll be adults. They'll leave their nest one day and fly off to new places. Do you think they'll all fly in the same direction when they leave?
Probably.
Huh. Caleb stoops down next to me.
Are you cold?
Yeah. Caleb chuckles softly and hugs me. A hug's fine. That I don't care.
Even if they're separated for a long time, they'll reunite because they choose to remain by each other's side.
Then they'll never leave each other in the future?
No matter where they're headed, they'll always fly together. After all, there will always be one bird in this world who stands out from the rest. She's special. She'll be your one and only choice.
Oh. eyes are looking at the baby birds in the nest, but my mind is thinking about something else. I wonder when Caleb will leave this place.
I'll have to head back soon.
During our time in the watchtower, I knew Caleb has always kept an eye out on the events from the outside world. Maybe someone is secretly sending him messages through the news broadcast, or he has other ways of staying informed. He's not the kind of bird that would make a permanent nest in a place like this. My body tenses, but I force myself to smile and appear nonchalant. A lot of people are looking for you. They must be losing their minds right now.
Everything will be resolved soon.
Light spills across the river and bathes the rooftop in a golden glow. Caleb and I decided to sit down and take in the view. I rest my head on his shoulder and a heaviness settles in my chest. It's time. Caleb must leave this place. I try to reassure myself that it's not too bad. After all, Caleb promised he'd always be there for me. I readjust to the monotony of going home and going to work. Caleb still visits me, but we don't return to the watchtower. That's the only real change. It's another late night at the office. As I pack up to go home, I find myself glancing out the window. My eyes are drawn to the streets below. Across the LCBI building, and under the soft glow of a streetlight, sits a black car. It's silently parked along the curb. I make my way downstairs as usual. I pause at the entrance. But after hesitating for a moment, I decide to approach the car. So he's not caught yet. I open the door. As I expected, Caleb is in the back seat. He's engrossed with the data only he can understand on his tablet. You're here whenever I work late. Aren't you tired? And you're always right on time, too. Don't tell me you have an insider in the LCBI building.
Don't worry. You're my one and only insider at the LCBI. I'm just doing my part to make sure there aren't any more annoying coworkers when I'm not around.
Haha, that's kind of nice. Ever since Caleb returned to his government job, the political climate has become ruthless. The power struggle between opposing factions is playing out behind the scenes. You're so keen on handling my affairs. What about yours? Caleb remains silent. The car engine starts, and we slowly begin to cruise through the streets at midnight.
I just wanted to see you.
You can do that whenever you want.
The people behind the aerosol attack at the club are trying to take me down. They'll stop at nothing to seize power.
I'm completely in the dark about your plans and what you're going through, Caleb. If only...
Do you want us to keep living like this?
Caleb cuts me off. As we drive, the streetlights flicker. His profile shifts between light and shadow. You already know my wish. What is my wish? I don't know.
Our little chess game has reached the final round.
But you'll keep facing new threats because of them, right? Answer me, Caleb.
Yes.
Caleb reaches across the space between us. He tries to hold my hand, but I move away. His lips form a thin line while resignation and determination mix on his face. He tries again, and our fingers intertwine in his firm grip. Caleb is omitting a lot of information. In that case, I'll have to uncover the truth on my own. With all those weapons in Caleb's base at the watchtower, maybe there's more to it than meets the eye. I visited almost every place except for that room. I never opened the door to it. Ooh, this memory is long. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to do all the memories today. It's been a while since I set foot in the watchtower. Everything is exactly where we left it. For a split second, I have this absurd notion that if I push open the door, Caleb will be waiting for me. Oh, good lord. I approach the room he never let me enter. I only want to see if the door is locked, but to my surprise, it opens. Goodness! As soon as I look inside, I freeze. One of the walls is covered in a wide array of screens for surveillance cameras. I recognize several of the locations on the display. Are the memories usually this long? Not to me they aren't, but I don't know. Then again, this is like an alternate universe thing, so they're trying to like explain the Predators stuff or whatever, their Tokyo Ghoul vibe they're going for, so in my opinion, no, they're not usually this long, but I mean, I don't know, right? Okay, the streets outside the LCBI building, the office. This blinking red dot is my current location. Dude has been stalking the hell out of you! No wonder Caleb always knew where I was. How long has this room been here? Why is he doing all this surveillance anyways? Okay, it's about to get dark. But the thing that sends a chill down my spine is a set of heavy chains on the floor. They're next to the monitors. I pick up the chains and trace the dark red stains that speak of a desperate struggle. I should have known. Caleb is a predator. It's impossible for him not to go into a frenzy. He loses all reason when he's in that state. Maybe this is where he confines himself so he doesn't hurt anyone. I take a deep breath and try to calm my beating heart. Putting down the chains, I notice a notebook on a nearby table. I open it. The first words on the page make my breath hitch. Long time no see. The entry's date is from several years ago. This was written before I reunited with Caleb. My heart pounds in my chest as I flip to the next page.
The LCBI is always busy. She's working late every night.
Oh, shoot.
Another late night snack. She must really like this place.
I quickly flip through several pages. Dude is a stalker! Dude is a stalker in this one!
Is she still looking for me? Or did she forget about me? Now that she's surrounded by other people. I returned to the watchtower today.
After I recover from the initial shock, complex emotions wash over me. I close the notebook and dial Caleb's number. Oh, I would not want to I would not. Oh, I would get out of there before calling him.
Hello?
Where are you? The streets are eerily quiet in the dead of night. I ride my motorcycle to Caleb's apartment. I run my thumb over the notebook's cover one last time before knocking on Caleb's door.
What's up?
I would not. Honestly, I would probably just get the heck out of there. There are things you refuse to tell me about, so I had to find the answers myself. My unwavering gaze is fixated on Caleb. He notices my expression and sees the notebook in my hand. A resigned smile flickers across his face.
Come in. I thought we agreed that room was off limits. I told you that secrets are nothing but burdens on the heart.
This involves both of us. What gives you the right to keep me in the dark? I hold up the notebook. It's about to go down, question mark? I hope so. I hold up the notebook. If you knew where I was all this time, why didn't you see me sooner?
Well, you saw everything. The surveillance equipment, chains. I'm a predator now, too.
I'm a ghoul
Back then,
too. I mean,
I couldn't trust myself not to hurt you.
so you made that choice for both of us. We stand where we are, and neither is willing to break the stalemate. Then Caleb takes a step toward me.
Both of us know this city has no safe haven for the Predators. To be with you again, I need to secure an unassailable identity. My plan is almost done, but I need to be in the crosshairs. I can't risk dragging you into it. That's why I needed to disappear for a while.
Even if they're separated for a long time, they'll reunite because they choose to remain by each other's side. No matter where they're headed, they'll always fly together. Who should I believe? The Caleb who made those promises, or the Caleb standing in front of me?
Pipsqueak.
I thought we were past the Pipsqueak naming. I take a step back, but Caleb takes my hand.
Everything you saw was my doing. But I have to ask, will you leave me?
IRL, yes. Is my answer that important to you?
It means everything to me.
And stop doing things that will drive me away. Promise me that you'll stay safe.
I promise I'll stay safe.
Hell nah. I gently wrap my arms around Caleb. Caleb, it's not that I'm any good at waiting. I just trust your judgment. So don't keep me waiting too long. Whew, my freaking goodness, this is long. Okay, honestly, this is way longer than I thought it was gonna be. Since that night Caleb said goodbye to me, his car never appeared outside the LCBI building again. On those rare nights when I worked overtime, I found myself waiting in vain for the person who would pick me up. The LCBI is as busy as ever. We develop new tracking gadgets that can deter the predators. It leads to a decrease in cases. Caleb always accomplished what he set out to do. I thought if I trusted him and waited, he'd return. Then a news report shakes all of Lincoln. The long-absent councilman is confirmed to be a highly dangerous predator, and he's already been assassinated. Bruh, get out of town. Rumors circulate through every shadowy corner of the city, and yet I have no way of contacting the person in the eye of the storm. But I won't let him disappear from my life. A fine layer of dust covers the door to Caleb's apartment. No one has been to this place in quite some time. I know the passcode. When I open the door, I'm greeted by silence and a floor with items strewn about. As I step into the room, my foot brushes against a bullet casing. Papers are on the sofa and floor. A bullet is lodged in the wall, and the once pristine white surface is marred with bloodstains. It can't be. Caleb is a predator. He wouldn't go down that easily. He must be at the watchtower. If Caleb is injured or in a frenzy, he'd go there. Oh, it's about to go down. It's about to go down. Freaking finally. It only took us like more than half an hour to get here. I raced to the watchtower, standing... Hang on, I need to turn this up because it's about to go down. I raced to the watchtower. Standing before the door, I grip the handle and push it open without hesitation. Hi there. The rattling of chains echoes throughout the room. In front of the screens, Caleb is immobilized by several chains. He slowly raises his head. I'm about to choke, bro. It's about to go down. Warning. The muzzle gleams with the silvery sheen of the screen's dim light. I haven't seen Caleb's eyes this sharp before. He's injured, and despite the Predators having extraordinary healing abilities, traces of blood still stain his arm.
You figured out what happened, didn't you? So why are you here? You're the last person who should be in front of me right now.
What about you? You promised to keep yourself safe, so why did you break your promise? Caleb, you're the one who owes me answers.
I can't give you an answer to every question.
Voice acting on point. Let's go. I won't leave you here all by yourself. And you're wrong. I'm the only one who has every right to be here right now. Oh, God. Caleb struggles before me. His eyes reveal his pain. Yet there's also a dangerous gleam. The chains on his wrists clatter to the ground. A dangerous aura surrounds Caleb. He slowly approaches me and the chains drag on the floor. I back away, but deep down I know he would never hurt me. Girl, get the frick out.
Since you chose to enter this room, leaving is no longer an option.
What the? What? Whoa! Whoa, this is... Whoa, okay, hang on. Hang on. That was a little intense. Okay. Okay, we got this. We're here. We're okay. Okay. Go frick. Oh, what the frick?
Scared.
Very much so.
Scared.
Please stop. Please stop. What the? I know! What is with the quick time events? I know! Oh, Jesus. How the hell am I supposed to feel about this? What the? I don't like this. You're in pain right now, right? Something. Hang on. You're in pain right now, right? I'm here to help you. Girl, get the freak out! This man is nuts! This calms Caleb to some extent. I need to find the activator on his... What? I didn't get to read that. What am I supposed to do here? The necklace I gave you, you're still wearing it.
What are you doing?
Oh dear God. Oh no.
Initiating full body scan of the target.
What? Frick, 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 frick. What am I supposed to do? What the frick is this? What the frick was that? Hang on, hold the freaking phone. What the hell was that? What was that? That was me panicking, okay? I was panicked. What the frick? This is scaring the sugar honey iced tea out of me. This is scaring me. What is this? Please stop.
Probing for something.
Obviously! I don't like this. I don't like this at all.
Am I a plaything to you?
Wait a minute. What's that glowing behind your ear?
You approached me first. You walked right into my trap. Are you doing this out of pity? Then, when this night is over, will you stay with me?
What the f- I have no idea what's going on. I legitimately don't know what just happened. I'm just as confused. My mind is blank. I have no idea what's happening. What the? I don't even know. You know what? I'm not even gonna question it right now. I'm just as confused. Caleb holds me tightly in his arms. I wrap my arms around his back and my hands slowly trace patterns along his spine. We stay like this for what feels like an eternity. Then Caleb slightly loosens his grip and nuzzles my cheek.
I'm okay now.
Something tells me you ain't, but okay. It told me you were dead. Someone assassinated you. I saw blood in your apartment and thought it was yours.
They were wrong. I promised to come back to you, didn't I? I won't go down without a fight.
This makes no sense. Caleb gently opens my hand and presses it against his cheek. I don't believe that. I need to check it myself. Do you have any medicine here? So what
It's in the
happens?
cabinet over there.
So what happens if I let him attack me? Oh, you best believe I'm gonna go back on that. I get up and retrieve the first aid kit. Wait, hang on. Nah, I'll ask the questions when I get there. I get up and retrieve the first aid kit, then I sit down next to Caleb. Good question. His body is marked with several bloody scabs from the chains. As I carefully remove them, I apply medicine to each wound. Don't neglect your injuries just because you're a predator. Goodness gracious.
You care about me, and that's more than enough.
Caleb hasn't fully recovered. His head slightly droops to show his weakened state. As I finish treating his wounds, I get up to return the first aid kit to the cabinet. Caleb grabs my arms, and I lose my balance. I tumble into his embrace.
There's so much I need to tell you.
Like how feral you got like 20 seconds ago? Caleb, I'm not going anywhere. I have all the time in the world.
Back then, I used to love being alone in this room.
Caleb holds me close as he lifts his head. He stares at the screens that line the wall, and his gaze lingers on them.
I always wondered what you were doing and what you were thinking. I questioned why you went to certain places, who you hung out with. And I was worried. If you ever found out how I kept an eye on everything you did for all those years, would you leave me without a second thought?
Yeah, MC's nuts. Cause me, I would've, yes. His gaze shifts back to me. The calm surface of his eyes fails to hide the tempest of emotions underneath. This is MC talking, not me. Wherever you want us to go, whatever you want us to do, I'll be there. No questions asked. So instead of watching me from afar, why don't you experience life by my side?
From now on, I'll be by your side every day.
Caleb's gaze softens. He buries his head in my shoulder as if he's seeking the certainty of warmth in my embrace.
I already dealt with the assassin who came after me this time. I'll track down all of his accomplices. It's not about sending a message, you know. I won't let any of those insurgents slip through my fingers.
I mean, her being nuts fits the theme right now. Yeah, it really does.
And once we leave this room, I'll make your wish come true.
The home I want is the one where we're together. If you leave me behind again, I'll lock you up in here myself.
Do whatever you want with me. But let me rest in your arms for now.
We stayed in that room for a long time, and together, Caleb and I wrote down the date in the notebook he used to track my movements. That entry might well be the last page. Eventually, everything dramatically changed as Caleb predicted. As the councilman, Caleb restructured the city's core leadership and implemented several measures to prevent and reduce predator attacks on civilians. These initiatives became the talk of the town, and any doubts about his status as a predator disappeared like a passing breeze. And my wish finally came true.
Are you heading out early today?
Bruh.
I saw your friend again. He's waiting for you outside.
It must be nice to have someone pick you up every day.
Smiling, I say goodbye to my colleagues, grab my bag, and run down the stairs. It rained during the day, and so the night air is coated in the scent of the dampened earth. Caleb is standing by the car. As soon as he sees me, he opens the door and gets in. I quickly follow suit. You got off work early, Mr. Councilman. I was planning to go home by myself.
We don't always have free time. Why don't we do something exciting this evening?
Sounds like you already have plans.
There's gonna be a movie tonight. Do you want to watch it with me?
Sure. I thought it'd be more grand than that. It's just a movie, huh?
Yeah, A re-release. When it first came out, I still hadn't found you yet.
So you watched it alone back then?
Yep. And I thought it was a great film. At the time, I hoped I could watch it again with you. I've been holding on to this wish for so long. Won't you help me make it come true?
It's not like I said no. As we stop at a red light, I gently pat Caleb's hand. In response, he takes mine and tightly holds it. Bro, this stupid memory is still not over. As we drive through the streets, I find myself once again surrounded by the familiar sights I've passed by countless times before. So is he better? I have no idea. I guess. Only when Caleb is by my side does this familiar path we used to go home feel like it leads somewhere. And I know that we'll walk down this path together side by side, always and forever. Is it done? Are we done? Oh, thank God. Holy crap. That was the longest memory I've ever done. Not even the freaking rendezvous ones did. Okay. So, what does it look like if we just let him attack us? Also, was he like trying to bite us, or what the frick was he trying to do? I'm curious. I'm curious. Come on, thing. Okay. Go ahead. Oh, he does try and bite you.
Run while you still can.
This is just funny.
You know these can't hold me back.
Uh-huh. Yeah, go ahead.
You know these can't hold me back.
So, what happened? Oh my gosh! Oh my gosh! They have an ending scene for this! As soon as Caleb's teeth sink... Okay, sorry. As soon as Caleb's teeth sink... I guess so. As soon as Caleb's teeth sink into my neck, the world around me starts to blur. Shaking, I slump to the... Oh my gosh! He really did kill me! Shaking, I slump to the floor. The last thing I feel is Caleb's burning hot body against mine. His searing heat envelops me as my strength fades. My consciousness slips into a pitch-black void. Oh! Oh shoot! He didn't kill me! A sharp pain in my neck jolts me from my stupor. When I come to my senses, I see the flickering light of a screen. Someone's arms are tightly wrapped around me. Caleb.
I'm here.
So am I dead or not? His head is lowered, and his pupils have become unnaturally dark.
I want to say goodbye properly.
Oh, so I am dying! Caleb, what are you talking about? I try to lift my hand. I want to touch him, but my fingers betray me. They tremble uncontrollably. Caleb's burning hand envelops mine as he guides it to his cheek. He slightly turns his head and plants a soft kiss on my palm.
I'm afraid you'll blame me later because I didn't tell you anything.
Don't go. Desperate, I try to hold on to his hand, but it's as if he's slipping through my fingers no matter what I do.
I might be in a frenzy for a long time. Wait for me. When I recover, I'll return to you.
Don't. You can stay here, or you can let me come with you.
I can't. You'll be in danger.
No shyster, Sherlock. He pulls me closer and holds me tighter. I press myself against him. I try to commit every sensation, every breath of his to memory. But Caleb's presence begins to disappear. I try to grab him, but my fingers only brush against the hem of his top. What top?
Rest. When you wake up, it will all be over. As long as you're here, I'll find my way back to you.
Don't. Caleb, don't leave me, please.
Wait for me.
All I can hear now is Caleb's heartbeat, and then it slowly fades into the distance. The door closes with a soft click. He's gone. The world around me becomes a pitch black void. I fall once more into the depths of unconsciousness. What the frick, bro? I bought your favorite birdseed again today. The tiny fledglings have grown up. They're now crowding around the edge of the nest. Each of them wants to be the first one to snatch the food from my hand. Okay, so I didn't die, apparently. Calm down, you guys aren't starving. After distributing the food, I sit down on the rooftop. The early morning light is gentle. It filters through the clouds and mist to spread across the river below. At moments like these, I often imagine another presence. Perhaps that ghost of a companion is still sitting close to me or even embracing me. How are you okay? I don't know. That's a good question. Caleb, where are you now? When will you come back to me? A gentle breeze ruffles my hair as I gaze at the sparkling river below. Just as I've done this countless times in the past, I will do it countless times in the future. Ah, so that's how that one ends. Huh. Interesting. Okay, so I kind of want to go through it again, because I want to see something. There was something else I could do. Past the him attempting to bite me. At least I think so. Unless I'm stupid.
I should lock you up. I said stay away.
You're the one holding me hostage here. What the fudge? You know, this makes me curious as to how feral the other ones act. Okay. I need to find the activator on his body. Okay, that's what it is.
What are you doing?
Initiating full body scan of the target.
So I don't understand this part of having to rub his freaking body. This doesn't make any sense.
Probing for something.
She said, Caleb, you're the prey here. Don't forget that. Bruh.
Am I a plaything to you?
The way she rough handles them, bro, that is so funny in my opinion. It's like you're petting him. I guess.
You approached me first. You walked right into my trap.
Okay, so what happens if I miss this one?
The path ahead is treacherous. So why don't we lose ourselves in each other?
Ooh. Okay, so if you miss that one too, it goes straight into the same. Okay. Okay, good to know, good to know. So you can't miss any of them, otherwise dude goes nuts on you. Oh my gosh. This is so funny how there's like different outcomes of what can happen. Okay, anyways, we'll go out of that now. So that's interesting. Hang on, let me see if I can. I just want to see if I need to go through it again because I'm like so confused still. I have no idea what she did. Like, what did she do to stop him? Like, what? I'm just as confused. So what did she do to deactivate the thing behind his ear?
First, you walked right into my trap.
So you
Are you doing this out of pity?
Did she like bite him or something? I'm confused.
When this night is over, will you stay with me?
I'm confused. Did she like bite him on the shoulder or something? I don't know. Did she bite him? Legitimately, I don't know if that's what happened. That's what I was trying to see. I'm like, did she bite him on the shoulder and that's what got him to react? And then she hit the button behind his ear? I don't know. I legitimately don't know. So, okay, if that's the case, that means she a little feral too. Oh my gosh. Maybe she bit the... Okay, maybe that's also a thing. Maybe she bit him behind his ear. Or she bit him on the shoulder. Clearly she bit him, right? That's what we're getting from this, right? She bit him. Instead of him biting us, we bit him. Bro, okay. I didn't know we were gonna be biting each other in these freaking memories, gosh darn it. Oh my gosh, the insanity. Bro. Okay, so either she bit the activator, or she bit behind his ear, or she bit his shoulder, or she bit something. Because he reacted. Okay, and here's the thing. That was my least favorite love interest. I am so freaking curious as to what the heck this one is gonna be. Do you know how insane that's gonna be. Oh my gosh. I'm not ready for Silas's at all in the slightest. Okay. I'm not gonna do Silas's because his I'm saving for last. I think maybe I can do one more for right now. Like, I want to do all 5, but I feel like I spent like at least 2 hours. I'm fearful. I spent at least 2 hours on Caleb's alone. And I feel like I just don't have time to go through all 5 of them today. So I'm gonna see if I can do Zayne's, because Zayne is technically my 4th pick out of them. So if you want to go in order, it would be Caleb, it would be Zayne, then it'd be Xavier, then it'd be Raphael, and then it'd be Silas. So right now it would really be Zayne. And here's the funny thing. I have heard stories about this one because this man is like the least, like, he doesn't hardly show any emotion, and he's very like mature, and he's very like, he doesn't express himself very much, and he's a doctor, so he kind of has this like mature professional aura around him, right? So imagine seeing this cute little face right here and then going right here. Like, what the frick? So I'm curious to see where this one goes, especially for someone like Zayne. Okay, so this one just says to new life, so I guess we'll start it. Hopefully this one doesn't take as long.
That damn predator didn't catch up, right? It's you, Warden. So you were the predator this whole time, Zayne. I'll have you know I donated money to build a statue in front of the city hall. I'm Lincoln's most...
I know, right? It's actually right off the bat. Ooh, the ice shards pierce his body and silence him.
I don't need to know that.
Ooh. Did you hear his deep voice? Ooh, ooh. Okay, hang on. I'll be right back. Get me something to drink real quick. Oh. Okay, hopefully this will not take me longer than a freaking hour, because at this point I think I only have an hour left to mess around for the evening. Okay, boss. Troubled, I stare at the words case closure report form on my computer screen. My junior leans over from her workstation and calls out to me in a low voice. Shush, we're still in the office. The bureau chief might nag you if he hears you.
Okay, Miss Enforcer. I heard the bureau chief say the serial killer we're investigating murdered the councilman yesterday.
It's a good thing that councilman wasn't, Caleb this time around.
They also said they're closing the case and won't pursue it any further.
Why does this keep happening? I turn my attention to the serial killer's file and start reading it. The suspect is male, real name unknown. The Lincoln City Bureau of Investigation, or LCBI, gave him the codename Galen. Galen? however you want to pronounce that. Over the past 5 years, Galen has been responsible for numerous crimes targeting political figures and business tycoons. In addition, there have been eyewitnesses' reports of Galen killing predators who have lost their minds across Lincoln. After conducting multiple on-site investigations, the LCBI has determined that Galen isn't an ordinary person. He's a predator, an SSS Class 1 to be exact. This is the highest threat level one can receive.
Whenever we're halfway through an investigation, they close the case. But Galen is strange too. He's a predator, yet he's killing other predators.
Galen? Whatever. Have you finished analyzing the security camera footage I asked you to check a few days ago?
I have. Take a look at this. The last trace of Galen shows him passing by Oxo Clinic in the Southern District.
What? Hearing that familiar name, I can't help but freeze for a moment.
Yeah, it's Oxo Clinic. Is there a problem?
It's nothing. Did the security cameras get a clear image of the serial killer?
I'm afraid not. He seems to know the area well and managed to avoid them.
Also a ranking in Tokyo Ghoul. Activators also remind me of the frames on the Quinks. Yeah, I guess that's true, right? Yeah, you got a point. There is triple S rated ghouls. There's Jason. There is Eye Patch, which is Kaneki, and then there's Eto. There's the one-eyed owl. There's plenty of triple S rated ghouls that I haven't watched the show in a minute, so I don't remember all of them, but that's a few I can think of.
What do you think? Is it possible that Galen used to live in the Southern District?
Galen? Okay, you have a point. If it really is him.
But the footage is from last year. We couldn't find him back then, so can we even track him down with this?
I pull out a stack of papers from my desk and flip through them. These are the files of Galen's victims that I've been investigating. Whether they're well-known businessmen or political figures, all the victims have one thing in common. After the Predator virus outbreak 5 years ago, they were involved in its secondary transmission. They even profiteered from the situation. I wonder if this was heavily inspired of that to a degree, because that would be awesome. I know, right? I think it was, to a degree, right? In a sense. I mean, come on, there's no way it wasn't, right? The killer's motive is now obvious. The murdered councilman from last night was one of them. Investigating Galen will inevitably uncover the shady deals of powerful figures. No wonder the LCBI keeps insisting I close the case immediately. Cowards. My phone buzzes. A travel ad pops up on the illuminated screen. I tap on it and a scene unfolds. Vast snowfields, spruce trees covered in fresh snow, and a snowman wearing a scarf. Maybe I should just walk away from this. Why should I care about what happens in Lincoln? I might as well move to a place that hasn't been touched by the Predator virus and live a carefree life. I can start over from scratch. I sigh and my gaze falls onto the surveillance footage my subordinate gave me once more. It was the only lead on Galen that the LCBI managed to obtain in the past 5 years. It's been a long time since I heard the name Oxo. Zayne, I wonder where he is now. After careful consideration, I pick up the motorcycle keys from my desk and stand up.
Are you going to investigate Oxo Clinic?
I give a small smile and gently guide her back to her seat. I'm taking some time off. Can you let our chief know? I went to Oxo Clinic. Of course, I can't openly admit I'm investigating a case that was ordered to be closed, especially when it involves many crucial secrets. The streets of the Southern District feel strange yet familiar. Before long, I find myself standing in front of Oxo Clinic. As I push open the dust-covered glass door, it feels like a switch is flipped in my mind. Fragments of memories rush at the same time. It all started 5 years ago. At the time, I wasn't an enforcer in the Northern District. I was a bounty hunter scraping by in the Southern District. I took whatever jobs I could get. In an unexpected turn of events, I was bitten and wounded by a predator. I spent what felt like an eternity searching for a clinic. Clutching my injury, I finally collapsed at the doorstep of Oxo Clinic. The pain slowly subsided. It seemed my wound was treated and bandaged.
You're awake.
Why the frick are you wearing that outfit? In stark contrast to the gentle hands that had carefully treated my injury, their owner's face was as emotionless as a glacier. Was I unconscious for a long time? You're...
Zayne. And to answer your previous question, it's been 3 hours. That's a long time, I believe.
See, like, Zayne is very stoic-faced. Like, he's nowhere near as expressive as, like, some of the other guys are. Like, I would say Caleb's more expressive than he is. So, he's, like, definitely the most stone-faced out of all of them, so I'm very curious to see what it looks like when he goes nuts. I thought doctors were supposed to have a good bedside manners. This guy didn't get the memo. My eyes drifted from the open until 10 p.m. sign on the wall to the clock. It was midnight. My gaze then shifted to the side room where I saw several pet carriers of various sizes. A kitten suddenly jumped onto Zayne's shoulder. It leaned down to look me straight in the eye. Am I in a vet clinic?
Behave. And get down, please.
Aw, I could see Zayne being a cat lover. That's cute. Looks like he treats cats better than people. I moved my arm a little before getting up to leave. A bottle of medicine was quickly thrust in front of me.
Take these when the pain becomes severe. No more than 2 a day.
Whoa, this medicine looks expensive. No thanks, I don't have a lot of money, so I can't afford to buy it.
It's free. Happy birthday.
Oh, what? He places the medicine bottle in my hand. Huh? What?
I saw your patient profile in the system. Your birthday is the same as today's date.
Aw, thanks, Zany.
Consider it a gift. But judging by your expression, some of that information isn't accurate.
Zayne is right. It's a date I randomly made up when filling out forms as a kid. I can't believe it's actually today. As I looked at the bottle of medicine in my hand, which was elevated to a gift, I hesitated. Then I decided to keep it to myself. I reacted that way because this is the first time I ever received a birthday gift.
I see. Well, you can go now.
His dismissal was so sudden that it stunned me. Before I can fully process what happened, Zayne's back already faced me. He was seated at a microscope, and I couldn't help but reveal a small, bewildered smile. Thank you for the gift, Dr. Zayne. The date might be made up, but what I said was true. This was the first birthday gift I ever received. I have a secret. A few years ago, a radiation leak in a lab in the Northern District triggered a wave of psychiatric disturbances that soon swept over Lincoln City. Psychic disturbances. Warping the minds of ordinary people and turning many into violent predators. One bite from these predators was all it took to spread the infection. Oh, so this is like a zombie apocalypse kind of thing. transforming others in their wake. Fear settled over the city, and in an instant, no one felt truly safe. So does that mean she's a... How convenient. However, I'm immune to this disease. Zayne discovered this while treating my wound. After that day, I find myself frequently visiting Oxo Clinic to gauge Zayne's reaction. But he never said a word about it. He silently protected my secret. How convenient that she's immune to it. Through my frequent visits, I discovered something about this taciturn, seemingly aloof veterinarian. Zayne is also a predator. Oh. Yeah, I know, right? And just as he kept my secret, I remained silent about his condition. Our shared secrets brought us together at Oxo Clinic. Even though Zayne rarely initiated a conversation, he never asked me to leave. Time flew just like that. Before long, I had to say goodbye to him. So, it doesn't matter if she gets bit by the guys. She can't turn into one of them, right? At least my question was answered about how one becomes a predator. Yeah, zombie apocalypse thing. So they're like zombies. Cool. But like, not zombie. It's still going more towards the ghoul thing, right? Dr. Zayne. The familiar figure was still hunched over the microscope. I walked into Oxo Clinic with my pet turtle in my arms. Zayne slightly tilted his head to glance at me.
Neither you nor the turtle appear to be injured. Why are you here?
Why not? I'm leaving. I wanted to say goodbye in person. His hand paused on one of the microscope's adjustment knobs. Zayne turned to face me.
Where?
I'll be heading to the Northern District, the LCBI, here. I showed him my phone screen with the job offer from the LCBI with its official seal at the bottom. For some reason, he was unusually quiet. Don't look so sad. I'm only moving to the Northern District. I'll still visit you whenever I can.
Give me your hand.
Why?
The LCBI staff frequently interact with the Predators. To ensure their employees don't become one, they conduct routine blood tests.
So it's a blood thing, okay?
If you want to keep your secret, give me your hand.
While I was skeptical, I trusted him. I offered him my hand. He quickly brought out a tourniquet and secured it around my arm. How do you know? It wasn't mentioned in the recruitment posters or the job offer.
Your turtle is about to fall off the table.
Even though I knew it was a distraction, I still turned to look. As I reached out with one hand to catch my turtle, Zayne swiftly inserted a needle into my other arm. Ow! Bright red blood slowly filled the syringe. I couldn't help but crack a joke. They say blood gets predators really riled up. You worked as a veterinarian for years. Has the sight of blood ever made you go into a frenzy? So this is kind of like a zombie thing / ghoul thing / vampire thing, apparently. I don't freaking know. I also heard that some predators have an activator implanted in them. When they enter a frenzied state, finding that activator is the only way to calm them down. So all 5 of them have it. Okay, good to know. Do you have one by any chance? Of course he does.
Are you certain you want to discuss this while I'm drawing your blood?
It's not like I have other predator friends to talk to.
Don't move. Also, you wouldn't be sitting here asking questions if I lost control that easily.
Once he was done taking my blood, he walked to a cabinet, retrieved a few small vials, and returned to his desk to mix something. A few minutes later, he gave me a bottle of capsules.
1 capsule lasts 2 hours. It should be enough to get you through the medical examination.
You know, I secretly thought you lacked bedside manners when we first met.
If you're looking for a warm, kind-hearted doctor, try the clinic down the street. You might have better luck there.
Oh, that won't be necessary. It turns out my first impression was wrong. I have first-hand experience with your care now. It's just, you should smile a little more. You'll look more approachable then.
I'm too busy for that. Smiling isn't in my schedule.
See, like, dude hardly even smiles. After tidying up his desk, Zayne walked to the building's entrance and flipped the open sign to close the clinic for the day. Would the Predators themselves try and hit their activators? Could they even have the mindset in that state? Probably not, right? They're too busy having an episode. The sunlight outside was inviting. I sat on the steps by the clinic's entrance and tugged at Zayne's sleeve. I gestured for him to join me. Despite his apparent reluctance, he sat down next to me. Aren't you curious about why I want to join the LCBI?
If you want to tell me, you may.
Well, I feel like Lincoln is my home. I grew up here, and I want to do something for it. As a bounty hunter, I can only do so much, but as an enforcer, I might be able to make a difference. I raised my hand until my fingers appeared to bridge the gap between the northern and southern districts. I touched the corner of the LCBI building in the distance.
The northern district is 100 times more dangerous than this place. Be careful.
I heard from other bounty hunters that you're from the northern district. Is that true?
Yes.
So then why'd you come over here? I guess we'll eventually run into each other in the northern district someday. It'll be something to look forward to, Dr. Zayne. So this one, she's like aware right away that he's a predator. After that, I was swept up in a whirlwind of work. I barely had a moment to catch my breath. It wasn't until my first vacation that I finally had the chance to return to the southern district and visit Zayne. But he was gone. Oxo Clinic was covered in a thick layer of dust. The aloof doctor vanished into the distant memories of my past, just like that. Although it's been 5 years, wow, 5 years is a long time. The memories are as crisp and clear as a freshly printed document. Inside Oxo Clinic, everything remains the same. Every piece of furniture and item is in the spot I remember them being in. All familiar to me like the back of my hand. The investigation comes first. I scan the room, but before I can activate my iris scanner, the door behind me bursts open. Who's there? In one swift motion, I draw my gun and turn. I aim my weapon at the intruder, but he sneers and raises his hand in mock surrender.
Really, Enforcer? You can't recognize your own colleagues now.
Who the frick is that?
Oh, wait. You're not one of us anymore.
Huh? With a wave of his hand, the Enforcer signals his teammates. I'm surrounded by a swarm of Enforcers with their weapons pointed at me. What do you think you're doing? Are you here to arrest me? Where's your warrant? And who authorized this? As if he's been waiting for me to ask that, the Enforcer produces a formal document with an official stamp.
The LCBI has evidence of your involvement in smuggling an illegal substance, Frenzy Enhancer.
Oh. Since when? What? I never.
This is your termination notice. Your arrest warrant and order to apprehend you were signed by the bureau chief himself.
Ooh.
Give up.
I try to resist, but it's pointless. I'm outnumbered in this situation. Someone framed me.
Save your excuses for prison. Who knows? Maybe our kind-hearted warden will be more amicable to your story.
Dang, did I just get arrested? Predators prison? The LCBI usually interrogates suspects before transferring them to the prison. throwing me into a cell like this? Something's not right. Bro, I'm in prison now, LOL. As a theory forms in my... That's so funny. As a theory forms in my mind, I can't help but let out a bitter laugh. First, they shut down my investigation, and then this happens. They must be desperate to cover up their schemes of profiting from the virus.
0905, out!
Why?
The warden wants you.
I begrudgingly follow the guard through the long corridor as we make our way to the second floor.
That warden's gonna tear you apart! Saves us the trouble.
Dang! The prisoner's shrill taunts fill my ears. Annoyed, I shake my head. I look at the cells around me. Each one has a predator I arrested over the past 5 years. They threw me into a den with my enemies. I guess they want me to disappear without a trace. You're getting on my nerves. Can't you all just shut? Ooh. A bone-chilling cold suddenly surges up from the ground. It's as if everything is frozen in place, yet I can move around freely. The shouting around me has stopped, but I don't know when that happened. Yo, nice jacket! On the second floor's corridor of the prison, a tall figure stands in the darkness. His face is obscured.
Silence!
Was that Zayne yelling at me? A biting chill permeates the air as the prisoners are frozen in thick layers of ice.
This is the punishment for not learning to keep your mouth shut.
Oh, shoot!
Take her to my office.
I know! Yo! He turns and leaves, and I only catch a glimpse of his retreating figure. But that's all I need to recognize who he is! Zayne? Why is he here? Warden's office. Ooh, he's the warden.
Sit down, and don't try anything funny while you wait. The warden will be here soon.
You shackled me to this chair. I can't move even if I wanted to. I listen closely as the guard's footsteps fade away. Once I know he's gone, I quickly twist my wrist and free myself from the restraints. He really made sure they were tight. My wrists are killing me, and this chair is as comfortable as a rock. My eyes are drawn to the leather chair behind the desk. Without hesitating, I turn around and make myself comfortable. I cross my legs as I sit. Now this is better. Zayne's office. Large stacks of files are meticulously arranged on the desk by size. A few loose papers are perfectly aligned at the corners. They're held in place with a paperweight. My right hand can easily reach the pen holder because of its current position. As I sit here, I can almost imagine Zayne's workday. From veterinarian at Oxo Clinic to warden. It looks like he found his own path during these 5 years. I wheel the chair between the bookshelves and scan the contents. Amongst the tomes is a small box. It sticks out like a sore thumb. Are these candies? Just as I lean in to get a closer look, footsteps resound outside the door. I rush back to my original chair and pick up the discarded restraints. Panicking, I try to put them back on so it looks like I never moved. But I'm a second too late. As Zayne walks into the office, he sees I'm in the middle of wrapping the heavy restraints around my arms. Yo, looking good, bro.
What are you doing?
I like your outfit. I'm helping you check to see if these are working properly. What about you? Why are you here? Being a veterinarian didn't work out, so you became a warden instead? To mask my guilt, I decided to go on the offensive and question Zayne first.
I suppose it's also difficult to be an enforcer, since you switched career paths. I see prison happened to be our first choice.
Zayne walks to the desk and methodically empties the evidence bag. My enforcer badge and phone emerge. He then retrieves a file box from the bookshelves and places its contents on the desk.
You smuggled frenzy enhancer. The life of an enforcer is more exciting than I imagined.
I take 2 steps forward and close the file. I was framed. I've never done stuff like that. The LCBI's procedures are strange this time around. They never presented any evidence or witnesses. I didn't even get interrogated.
When the charges, evidence, and witnesses are fabricated, presenting them is almost pointless. As for these irregularities you spoke of, to a majority of people who are unfamiliar with these procedures, it would appear the LCBI is eager to punish a law-breaking employee. They can easily spin this story to the public as them responsibly cleaning house.
So are you siding with the LCBI warden? You don't plan to release me? I had no idea a person's guilt could be decided so easily. I'm impressed with the justice system's efficacy. I deliberately say each word slowly. Defiant, I furrow my brow and lock eyes with Zayne. Will I have a better chance at achieving my goal if I stopped here and voluntarily brought up our past? Maybe. But I can't bring myself to use our time together as leverage in this situation. I don't know why.
Why don't we listen to this first?
Zayne slightly lowers his head, reaches into a desk drawer, and pulls out a voice recorder. He slides it across the table toward me and presses the play button.
These are voices from within the LCBI. I would assume you're more familiar with them than I am.
The bureau chief, the operations sector manager, and the enforcer who arrested me. The recording details the entire process of a plot to frame me. My arrest and imprisonment are their crowning achievements. Well, I don't experience this every day. I get to listen to people scheming against me.
You'll inevitably be more eye-catching when you're in a high position.
I barely had the chance to shine before they decided to get rid of me. What a grand spectacle I turned out to be. You don't plan on handing over that voice recorder, right? By letting me listen to it, you're trying to see if you can make a deal with me.
You're quick on the uptake. It seems you matured a little since then.
Zayne proposes I become his informant within the prison. My objective is to get close to a certain prisoner. Yo, we brought Attack on Titan into this. His name is Levi. He's a former employee of Evers Biological Science Research Department. 5 years. Captain Levi! 5 years ago, he was involved in a series of classified experiments. Rumors suggest that after those experiments, the Predator virus first appeared in Lincoln and began to spread uncontrollably. Is he 5'3"?
You need to obtain a list of personnel from him. It will ideally name everyone involved with the classified experiments.
We throw in all the animes in there.
I believe that with your investigation skills, gaining his trust shouldn't pose much of a challenge. Once you complete this task, I can either clear your name or create a fake identity so you can leave Lincoln City. The choice is yours.
But I want to stay here with you, Zany. Noticing my hesitation, Zayne sits down and slides the voice recorder toward me again.
I could simply give you this and let you walk out. However, the people targeting you won't give up so easily. You might have the misfortune of getting more than just a prison sentence next time.
What if I told everyone that the warden is a predator and he's secretly running a prison filled with other predators? I know it's an empty threat, but I can't help but push my luck.
Go ahead. Let's see who they're more likely to believe. The warden, or a prisoner accused of smuggling frenzy enhancer.
Agree to assist. I don't really have a choice, huh? You're less like a doctor and more like a wolf wearing a white coat.
Why, thank you. I'll take that as a compliment.
I take the voice recorder. My frustration is obvious as I rack my brain for a way to gain the upper hand in this conversation. We'll discuss what happens after our deal once I succeed. If you want my help, then you should let me set some conditions.
So long as they're within my jurisdiction, we can discuss them.
In that case... What the frick? I want a private cell. I want to freely move around. I want special meals at night, or I want my pet turtle. I want a private cell? Multiple choice. I want a private cell, preferably one quietly tucked away in a corner. Zayne rubs his fingertips as if to contemplate. I don't know if I'm imagining things, but I can see a hint of amusement playing at the corners of his mouth.
All right. Keeping you away from the other inmates will lower the chances of any incidents occurring by 50%.
I should have gone for the turtle. I'm the textbook example of a law-abiding citizen. I would never stir up trouble on purpose.
Perhaps. However, when self-defense is involved, I'm afraid that's another story.
Okay, I'll do the pet turtle. I want you to bring my pet turtle here. Sure, it'll live for a long time, but that doesn't mean it can survive without food and water. I also don't have anyone who can take care of it in my place.
All right.
Oh, it just lets you pick all of them. Aside from the usual prison stuff, I want to freely move around.
What will you do with this freedom?
I narrow my eyes and reveal a mischievous smile. I can do a lot of things. Maybe I'll walk around when I'm bored, or I'll secretly observe the warden all day.
I'm afraid you'll be disappointed. My workday isn't exactly riveting. Considering our need to monitor certain individuals, however, I suppose I could allow it. Whether or not the guards will cooperate, it's hard to say.
Yeah, it just lets you pick all of them. I want special meals at night. I want special meals prepared for me every night. The slop they serve in the prison cafeteria is too miserable for my stomach. Fried chicken, barbecue skewers, hot pot, steak. Don't you crave food like that after spending so much time in prison?
I'm not a prisoner. I can have all of those whenever I leave this place.
Then why don't you take me?
The answer is no.
I hold out my hand to Zayne. I look forward to working with you, Mr. Warden.
Likewise, Miss Informant.
Yo. The mullet? I don't know. It does something for me when it comes to Zayne. I don't know why. I like the mullet hair now. I didn't like it when they first announced it and they first showed it. I was like, no, they ruined them. But now I'm like, okay, you know what? The mullet hair's growing on me. Oh, before I forget, I have one more thing to add to my list of conditions. Can I take this box of candy with me before I go? Smirking, I point to the container hidden among the books, and for the first time, I see a crack in Zayne's usually stoic expression.
You can.
The prison the warden manages is under the court system's jurisdiction. All captured predators in Lincoln are here. The warden himself is mysterious and rarely appears in person unless it's absolutely necessary. The fact very few people have seen him was often discussed in whispers during my time in the LCBI. Now that I think about it, his reputation for being mysterious and rarely appearing probably stems from two things. First, Zayne has always been this way, and he needs to hide the fact that he's a predator. There's no way I believe working with Zayne will go smoothly. But no matter how much I prepared myself, I didn't expect my first challenge to be...
Why don't you sit with me, boss?
Huh?
Don't listen to him, boss. Sit over here instead.
In the cafeteria, I stand with my tray. I'm not sure how to deal with the eager faces blocking my path.
Boss, tell us how you managed to survive the warden's interrogation.
Oh, I see. They think I'm a hotshot now.
Come on, share your secrets. You're the first one we've ever seen come back alive. The people before who met him? Well, they're dead now.
What has Zayne been doing in this prison? These inmates are probably two-faced. They'll say something else when my back is turned. I shouldn't get too involved with them. Excuse me, move out of the way, please. I don't have anything special to share. I'm more concerned about getting food in my stomach. I'm about to shake them off when I spot my target. Levi is standing in the sea of people. Captain Levi! Levi H.O. Well, if you really want to know about my experience, it's nothing too extraordinary. I clear my throat, and sure enough, Levi turns his gaze towards me. I'll make my presence known for now, then I can try to talk to him in private later. First things first, you need to keep your cool. Don't let him see you sweat if you're negotiating. Then you need to have a useful skill or two, like lockpicking. Trust me, when you're restrained to a chair, knowing how to pick a lock can be the difference between life and death. A familiar chuckle rises from the crowd. For a moment, I think my ears are playing tricks on me. When I find the owner, I know I'm not seeing things. Zayne is standing right in front of me. However... What the frick? Why are you dressed differently?
That guy's fresh meat, boss. I don't know why he's here, but they say he's one of the predators with a laundry list of crimes.
Is he two-facing this freaking prison, bro? He's two-facing the prison!
Can you move over? I want to eat here.
Bruh!
Marking his territory? He's got some guts.
I'm shocked, and then I look at Zayne and mouth to him. Don't tell me you're here just to see me squirm. Sorry. Zayne glances in my direction but doesn't respond. Instead, he calmly navigates through the crowd and sits next to me. He starts eating his meal as if he doesn't have a care in the world. Alright, show's over. Beat it. I need to talk to our new friend here.
You're doing well behind bars. As expected of an enforcer.
You can't be in two places at once, bro. Well, I have someone's notorious reputation to thank for that. One quick trip to the office put me above everyone else.
Are you referring to those rumors? They're nothing more than necessary deterrents against the Predators.
I'm about to chuckle at his remark when I notice Levi is still watching me. I quickly compose myself and look at Zayne with a stern expression.
He knows who you are. You are the renowned enforcer from the LCBI. The media covered your exploits in apprehending the Predators.
Oh, then did you watch their reports?
There were so many of them. It was hard not to.
I bet the headlines only talk about the murder of that councilman now, though. I observed Zayne's face to see if there's any sort of reaction. Unsurprisingly, he remains unfazed. He doesn't even pause his meticulous efforts to remove every last carrot from his meal. Yeah, dude does not like carrots. It's so funny because my brother is the same way. Cooked carrots, at least. So even the high and mighty warden is a picky eater.
Food preferences aren't limited by one's rank.
Be honest with me. Why are you interested in that list of personnel?
Does it matter to you?
Of course. We're working together, so we should at least be honest with each other. You seem to know everything about me, but I'm in the dark when it comes to you. This kind of one-sided partnership doesn't inspire confidence. Zayne sets down his chopsticks and his expression becomes solemn.
I need to recover the solution that can cure the Predators of their disease. Long before everything began, the lab researching protocore veins had already discovered it might be the cause. The formula for the solution was also nearly complete. It was when Ever stepped in and conducted those secret experiments that the radiation leak occurred, along with the theft of the formula.
So you believe the culprit is involved with those experiments? Zayne nods. It's possible, but how do you know all this?
I was one of the researchers.
Huh?
Did my honesty put you at ease?
My chopsticks freeze in midair as I'm about to eat. I'm stunned by this bombshell that was casually dropped. My brain short-circuits for a moment. Gathering my thoughts, I brace myself. I try to ask more questions while pretending to be calm. So the murders of those officials and businessmen who profited from the Predator virus were also because...
Lunchtime's over!
You certainly became quite the investigator.
Wait, one last question. As he gets up to leave, I grab the hem of his shirt. What freaking shirt? Why are you pretending to be a prisoner?
It's because my informant seems to have made a few enemies here.
It's nap? Bro, what kind of prison has nap time? Is that a thing? I don't know. I've never been to prison, and I really hope I never do, so whatever. It's nap time. I lie back on the bed after feeding my turtle, but I'm still wide awake. I can't fall asleep. Zayne, he's... I wonder how many new looming shadows he got in the last... I can't freaking talk. I wonder how many new looming shadows he got in the past 5 years. I'm not sure if he's still a person I once knew so well. What's his goal? Will he use the solution to save people? Would it be naive of me to assume that? Maybe he wants to profit from this too. Restless and anxious, I toss and turn in bed. Something under my pillow digs into my cheek. I lift up my pillow and find the box of candy I took from Zayne's office. It's tasty. As the sweetness floods my mouth, my suspicions about him slowly melt away. Someone with a sweet tooth can't be a villain, right? Getting close to someone and digging up information is child's play for me. I can tell this is gonna last like a while. It's yard time, the surveillance camera's blind spot. In the surveillance camera's blind spot, I rub my wrists and nudge the Predator's inmates I took down aside with my foot. I extend my hand to Levi, who's huddled in the corner. Alright, I dealt with all of them. You can get up now. I notice the syringe he's trying to hide. Chuckling, I take it from him and turn it over in my hands. Frenzy enhancer. One shot turns a predator into a raging powerhouse. Oh my gosh! Okay, I know where she got it from now. It's the go-to choice for a prison break. Giving out Frenzy Enhancer in prison. You live up to your reputation for being an Ever employee. Bro, it's like them selling drugs to each other. What the frick? But you're terrible at this. Your clients are threatening you before you settle on a price. You suck at being a drug dealer!
Why did you butt in? It's none of your business.
Captain Levi. How dare you?
You're not an enforcer anymore. You have no right to touch me.
Where'd she get it? Oh, well, she got it from Levi. The context I'm thinking of is because in the actual scene of the memory where like you're actually in there with Zayne, I think she gives him like a shot of the Frenzy Enhancer, and I'm like, where did she get that from? But now I know because she got it from Levi. That's what I'm talking about. Of course I won't lay a finger on you, but... I turn Levi around and direct his attention to Zayne, who's sitting nearby. The same can't be said about him. Did you know? He got himself thrown in here so he can kill you. As Zayne looks over, I meet his gaze and silently urge him to play along with the story I made up to win Levi's trust.
What do you want?
Isn't it obvious? I threw myself into a cell to protect you. I lean toward Levi's ear and make sure my words are oozed with sincerity. Even though you're a predator, Ever hasn't given up on you. Levi remains on high alert. A made-up story isn't enough to lower his guard. It'll take a while for me to win his trust and get him to talk about the list of names I need. Meanwhile, Zayne uses his authority as warden and others and orders a crackdown on Frenzy Enhancer in the prison. He's suddenly pushing Levi into a corner. I bide my time. It won't be long until Levi comes to me. However, I didn't anticipate things to go the way they did. What's going on over there?
Someone's trying to break out with Frenzy Enhancer. Again. That stuff is bad. I tried it once and nearly lost it. I almost turned into a monster, you know? Luckily, I managed to keep it together.
Okay. I'm about to ignore the whole thing until I see Zayne standing in the crowd. I hesitate before deciding to approach him. As I get closer, bone-chilling cold envelops me. A shiver runs down my spine. A razor-sharp icicle erupts from the ground and impales the inmate driven insane by the Frenzy Enhancer. A swarm of prison guards rushes to the scene with weapons and riot shields. They quickly form an impenetrable barrier around the exit. Zayne glances at the predators lying on the ground, then his gaze shifts to the one still standing.
Whose side are you on? Are you one of us, or just a puppet? If you're on our side, then why the hell are you killing your fellow predators? I swear, I'm getting out of here today. Whatever it takes.
The frenzied inmate injects the... The frenzied inmate injects the Frenzy Enhancer into his neck. He can't handle the violent stimulation is overwhelmed by the sudden surge of strength. He falls to his knees, but in the next second, it's as if an invisible force yanks him up. Like a zombie, he lunges at Zayne!
They're dead.
All the Predator's inmates have backed away. They leave Zayne alone as he stands in the grisly scene of ice and blood. Huh. Zayne is not afraid to kill on this one. Wary, surprised, and murderous gazes are fixated on Zayne. The air crackles with tension. He could become the target of their collective wrath at any moment. A voice inside me screams that I have to get him out. I can't leave him here. Zayne. When Zayne sees me, his emotionless expression flickers for a moment.
Don't just stand there.
I grab his wrist and pull him away from the chaotic mess. Why the half jacket, Zayne? I don't know. Dodging the watchful eyes of the prison guards, I decided to lead Zayne to his office. It's the safest place I can think of. But after guiding him through the corridors for what feels like an eternity, I realize I don't know how to get to his office from here.
Are you giving me a tour of my own prison? Perhaps I should show you around instead.
Watchtower Summit. It's late. The prison, still reeling from the recent incident, is steeped in an uneasy silence. From the top of the watchtower, I gaze down at the courtyard. The chaos from earlier seems small and distant. You probably have a target on your back now. Everyone will be watching you and waiting for an opportunity to strike. I'm not in the mood to appreciate the night scenery. Instead, I lean against the railing as I look at Zayne.
And by dragging me away in front of everyone, you're in the same boat as me.
Yeah, I was gonna say, MC, I think they noticed you too. But I'm close to getting my hands on that list. This whole thing will be over soon.
In that case, congratulations. You'll be free soon.
I shake my head. There's no real freedom here. The city before us is like a scale model. The northern and southern districts are divided as two distinct cages within the same skyline. Zayne, is there a place you'd like to see? Have you ever thought about leaving Lincoln?
No.
Although I had a feeling he'd say that, hearing it still makes me wryly smile. You have a knack for shutting down conversations. It's quiet for a bit, then I take a step toward him. My feet touch Zayne's shadow. When this is all over, do you want to leave with me?
Where do you want to go?
I haven't really thought about it that much, but I know I won't be staying in Lincoln. Maybe I'll head to a small, remote town. It'll be a place without any predators. As I ponder this, Zayne asks another question.
What do you think the LCBI will do once they catch the serial killer they've been chasing after for 5 years?
Interrogation, detention, trial, and conviction. The specific charges would determine the final outcome.
I imagine it won't end well for him.
But the LCBI is full of cowards. I'm the only one who dared to go after you.
Is that so?
I don't know the answer. I notice his slightly downcast gaze and realize something. I might not be able to take him with me. I look away and gaze at the southern district in the distance where Oxo Clinic is located. Do you want to end this as a guilty man? Or would you rather leave your past behind and start anew? He doesn't answer, or maybe his response is carried away by the wind that howls around us. After the small riot, Zayne and I became the most feared individuals in this entire prison. Levi should have felt the same way. However, the rapport we built over the past few months, was what solidified his trust in me. Maybe seeing Zayne kill a predator got to him. The next morning, he gave me the list of names I was after. And just like that, I finished my task. At lunch, I placed a carrot on Zayne's tray. It's a signal we agreed upon. Yet as we sit across from each other, I find myself wishing our farewell could be delayed for a little while longer.
"0905. It's time for the warden's interrogation."
As night falls, Zayne summons me to the interrogation room using his authority as warden. That's all part of the plan. Oh gosh. Once the guard's footsteps fade, I easily slip out of my restraints again. There are rumors about me escaping the warden's interrogations unscathed, but this is my first time in the interrogation room. While waiting for Zayne, I pace back and forth. My attention is drawn to the array of interrogation tools mounted on the walls. No wonder Zayne has such a fearsome reputation. He has a wide variety of gadgets. Oh gosh! Handcuffs, whips, what's this? I haven't seen anything like it before!
It's a clamp.
Oh, frick! I turn around and see Zayne standing right behind me. He had entered the interrogation room without making a sound.
It's typically used to clamp a prisoner's fingers, so it can inflict intense pain.
Ow! What's a not typical use for it?
It can be hung on the wall as a decoration.
As he speaks, he takes a seat at a table off to the side. Only then do I notice the steaming hot food that will serve as a midnight snack. Is that supposed to be my last meal?
If that's what you want to call it.
Having what could potentially be my last meal while surrounded by torture devices. This is definitely a first. With a slight smile, I relay the names Levi had given me to Zayne. Once I finish listing everything, an unusual silence falls over the interrogation room. It's only broken by the occasional simmering from the soup.
The seventh provision, which discusses the containment of predators, will be in effect starting tomorrow. Certain predator organizations have already issued warnings about their retaliation. In other words, Lincoln can no longer be considered a safe place after tomorrow.
I'll wait until the chaos dies down before...
You need to leave before then.
What I was about to say dies in my throat. I sigh, nod, and swallow the rest of my words. If I abruptly leave, the inmates will think I died during the warden's interrogation.
I'll fabricate a plausible charge for you.
5 years ago, I never could have imagined that I'd leave Lincoln as a criminal. Back then, I blink. 5 years felt like an eternity. I can barely recall why I went to the Northern District in the first place. I thought that by becoming an enforcer, the operations section manager, and eventually bureau chief, I could make Lincoln a slightly better place. Looking back, I see how incredibly naive those thoughts were.
Some things aren't easy to accomplish.
You told me the same thing 5 years ago.
Yet I was just as naive as you were back then.
Lost in his memories, Zayne lowers his head with a faint smile. As he recalls the past, his features appear noticeably softer.
When I still worked at the clinic, I believed that the solution would solve everything. But the effects of the mental anomalies had long since transcended the physical realm. Lincoln City was split in two, not just because of the mutations.
Is that why you chose to become the warden? I pick up my drink and gently clink it against the rim of Zayne's glass. To who we were 5 years ago.
To who we were 5 years ago.
These are the longest memories, bro. Like, they're cool. I'm not saying they're bad. They're really long. My farewell with Zayne is as serene as I have anticipated. After finishing our meal, we climb over the watchtower once more. We silently watch the last traces of... I didn't get to read all of that. Wait, frick. Okay, hang on. After finishing our meal, we climb the watchtower once more. We silently watch the last traces of moonlight fade over Lincoln's skyline. Is that it? For the past few months, I felt like I had stepped into a snow globe where time was frozen. It wasn't until I left the prison that I realized winter had silently crept into Lincoln City. At home, I found myself in another snow globe of sorts. I rarely went outside for weeks. I lost myself in travel websites as I searched for a new place to call home. Several months later, breaking news appeared on every major news outlet. Ever had collapsed, and in its demise, the solution capable of curing the Predators was made public. A long-standing barrier was finally crumbling. I knew Zayne was involved with this. As people flooded the streets, a photographer captured a poignant moment, an ordinary citizen and a Predator tightly embracing each other. That night, I received a special delivery. It was a folder containing my prisoner information, the new identity Zayne prepared for me, and a voice recorder that could prove my innocence. The new life I yearned for had finally arrived. The day before I leave Lincoln City, I can't resist dialing the number Zayne gave me 5 years ago. I know no one will answer it. For the past 5 years, I only heard the lifeless beeping of a busy signal whenever I called. The memories might be long because of how immersive they are, that and your eagerness to see the craziness. Listen, isn't that what we all came here for? We all came here to see the craziness, okay? Don't just call me out. You're here to see the craziness too. But even if I only hear that, I still want to listen to it one more time before I leave. To my surprise, the call actually goes through this time. Hi, Zayne.
What is it?
It's nothing. I looked at the file. You came up with an impressive crime for me. I skirt around the real reason for my call. I idly flip through the file as I try to sound lighthearted.
You attempted to assassinate the warden, so you were killed on the spot. After all, the public sees him as a cruel, ruthless individual. No one would question the authenticity of the charge.
I guess I contributed to the warden's fearsome reputation. But aren't you worried about blowing your cover as a serial killer? What will the warden do in that scenario? The other end of the call is silent for a few seconds. When Zayne speaks again, he changes the subject.
When are you leaving Lincoln?
I'll be on a plane tomorrow morning. Yes, but I know you're itching for it the most. Listen. Of course I'm here for the spice, okay? I think you know that. He has no intention of telling me anything else.
Have you decided where you'll settle down?
Yes. It's a small city that's far away from Lincoln. The winters are long there, but it's somehow always warm. I carefully choose my words, but I really want to ask if there will be a second reunion for us.
It sounds like a wonderful place.
Knowing he won't give me a definitive answer, I can't bring myself to ask about our future. The words never leave my lips, even as our conversation comes to an end. I'm so ready for the spice already. Can we get there? My flight has been delayed until this evening. Thanks to the delay, I got a call from my ex-subordinate. It's related to the warden. All of Lincoln is in an uproar because of it. The warden, Zayne, is actually the Triple S class Predator serial killer Galen, whom authorities have been pursuing. Oh, they found out about him. As the perpetrator responsible for the deaths of multiple citizens, Zayne's trial will be conducted with all of Lincoln watching. Dang, dude gets a public trial! A new era is on the horizon, and his execution will herald its beginning. Why would a serial killer they couldn't catch for 5 years be only exposed today, unless... Forcing myself to calm down, I leave my home, but my pace quickens until I break into a run. I need to see Zayne one last time. I need to hear the truth from him. I need to know, can he actually end everything without regrets? While I'm no longer an enforcer, flashing my old badge is enough to get me past the unsuspecting guards. I navigate through the prison's corridors on a path I've walked countless times before. I make my way up to the second floor. Zayne has shut himself away in the interrogation room. It's the very same one where we said goodbye. Zayne! Yo. I was about to say something. Oh shoot, frick. I didn't get to read that. I push open the door, and there he is, that familiar figure I haven't seen in a long time. Hearing me enter, he turns around. Surprise flashes across his face before his typical calm demeanor appears. Dude, you're about to be executed!
I recall you saying you'd be on a plane this morning.
So you deliberately waited until it was evening to release the news. That way I wouldn't find out.
Your presence here means my plan failed.
Your plan? My throat tightens. I'm not sure if what I feel is anger, but my fists are so tightly clenched that they start to hurt. You never intended to survive this. You've been planning to end it all, including yourself.
Every TV channel, newspaper, and radio station is announcing it. A new era will arrive with the breaking dawn. Lincoln is being set on the correct path. The murders and crimes of the past must also be eliminated. I thought you, as an enforcer, would understand that criminals must be punished for their past deeds.
The criminals have been punished. The predators and ordinary people get to live in peace, and Lincoln City will be ushered into a new era. But what about you? I take a step toward him to close the distance. Our heavy breaths mingle in the air between us. Zayne, have you gained anything from this? He doesn't answer. I take another step. Don't you want anything in this life? Stop talking about Lincoln, the virus, and the solution. What I want to know is related to you, Zayne. Have you ever wanted anything for yourself?
Are you here because you wanted to ask me that question?
What if I say yes? Will you answer me then? I look up at him. We're so close to each other that our shadows merge into one. I'm about to take another step when Zayne suddenly furrows his brow. Grimacing, he turns away.
You should go.
No, I won't leave until you answer me. But Zayne, are you... Noticing Zayne's unusual expression, I grab his wrist. His skin is burning hot to the touch. He's about to go into a frenzy. Uh-oh, here we go, here we go!
I told you, you should go.
Oh my gosh, that deep voice! No, I refuse. I walk away and lock the door to the interrogation room. Uh-oh, she locked herself in there. They said that when a predator goes into a frenzy, the desire to have what they truly want overwhelms them. Zayne, have you ever gone into a frenzy before?
No. I know how to control myself.
You implanted an activator in yourself, didn't you?
But that doesn't mean a predator like me won't harm the person standing in front of them.
I won't become a predator.
You'll die.
You already killed me once before. You accused me of trying to assassinate the warden. I haven't gotten the chance to see if I could actually do it. I grabbed the chains hanging from the ceiling of the interrogation room and wrapped them around Zayne's wrist. Do you have to restrain yourself all the time?
Is that what you want me to do?
No, at least that's not what I want right now. Holy sugar. I didn't get to read that. Hang on. I take the muzzle from the wall and secure it around Zayne's head. I carefully fastened it. That was a really... He doesn't resist and allows me to restrain him. I have no idea what's going on in his head. I have no idea what's going on in MC's head. But I'll find out soon enough. Oh, here we go. I already know it's about to start. It's about to start. Zayne grabs another chain and hands it to me. As he does this, I notice his gaze becoming more intense. His breathing is more ragged.
If you're trying to break someone's chains, don't be afraid of the danger they bring.
Oh my gosh. Cool, calm, and collected. Cool, calm, and collected. Whoa. See, okay, that's my question. Why does she inject him with it? Why does she do it? What the frick does this accomplish? What are you doing, MC? What's going on?
Have you thought about the consequences?
Oh, all the time.
How far will you go until you're satisfied? I don't know what I'll do to you. Frenzy enhancer? You're going to use it on me?
Oh my gosh! What is this game? Look, he's smirking. Look at this face! Look at this face! He's smirking! Where's your activator at, bro? Hi. How's it going? Oh gosh, do I have to do the same? Oh my gosh.
You want me to submit? Let me take what I desire first.
Initiating full body scan of the target.
Why don't you touch me and find out?
Oh shoot. Oh my freaking goodness, this is so stupid.
What will you do next?
Okay, hang on. I have a question. Did he just aggressively smooch me? Is that what he did? Did he emotionally, aggressively smooch the crap out of me? Look at his face right now. Look.
Don't stop.
Oh!
Impressive.
Oh my gosh.
Now, there's only one thing left to do.
I'm sorry, where? In his chest?
Become my prisoner. Or my master.
What the?
You can never leave me.
Oh, we started making out. Oh my, okay. That was a little more, sensual? I want to, okay. You know, honestly, I don't even know half of what happened. Winter returns once more. As I watch the light snow falling outside my window, it dawns on me. Another year has passed since Zayne and I last parted ways in that interrogation room. Wait, what? Hang on, let me read that again. As I watch the light snow falling outside my window, it dawns on me. Another year has passed since Zayne and I last parted ways in that interrogation room. So it's been a year. In the aftermath of that day, I walked away on my own. The bitter truth that I couldn't take him with me, I'd known that all along. Even when he confessed that I was what he wanted, it wouldn't have stopped him. He's always been this way. Deep down, I've known it from the start. After moving to this small town, I severed almost all ties with Lincoln City. I made a conscious effort to avoid any news about him, too. I convinced myself that if I didn't see anything about him, I wouldn't think about him anymore. Then, this morning, someone told me that a new doctor in town had opened a small clinic called Oxo just a few blocks away. I rush home, snatch up my pet turtle from its cozy sunbathing spot, and dash off to Oxo. After a year apart, the silhouette I yearned for is finally before me once more.
What is it?
Hey, Dr. Zayne! Doctor, Dr. Zayne, I think my pet turtle might be sick. It's been really lethargic. It doesn't even want to sunbathe anymore. Can you take a look at it? Trying to hide the fact that I'm breathless from my sprint, I stand in front of him. My gaze lands on his face.
Miss, this clinic only treats human patients.
I see. Detecting a hint of amusement in his voice, I can't help but mirror his smile. Oh, well, I think I'm coming down with something. Would you mind giving me a checkup? In the evening, I return with a bag of snacks from the store. The kitchen light is on and Zayne is cooking steak. Ooh, my man knows how to cook. My turtle watches him through the glass partition between the doorway and the kitchen. I'm home. I peek into the kitchen. Zayne stops what he's doing and faces me.
You can cut the cake. It's on the dining table.
What's the occasion? I walk over to the dining table where a freshly baked cake sits. Its enticingly sweet aroma permeates the room.
Today is a special day.
The cake is inscribed with words, Happy New Beginning, for sauce.
Happy New Beginning.
Oh, that was it? I didn't want that to end. Okay, I was actually having a really good time with that one. Bro, they had me in the... I was like, bro, did he end up dying? Did they just kill him? And I'm like, no, they didn't. Okay, so we're gonna see what happens if I let him attack me. If I let him come at me. Honestly, the camera moves so much to where I don't know half of what's going on. I think he made out with us twice. That's my assumption of what happened. Which at first I was like, wait, why would he do that? And then I'm like, oh yeah, it makes sense why Caleb doesn't do it yet, because we're still trying to figure that out.
If you're trying to break someone's chains, don't be afraid of the danger they bring.
Okay, alright. But yeah, so okay, so I'm really curious to see what the other three are about to do. Hi there. Sure. They really give you a lot of time.
You still want to get closer? Condemning me? But you're the one at fault.
Mm-hmm.
You still want to get closer?
As my consciousness begins to fade, I feel a searing kiss on my lips. Dude's like, I ain't had enough yet. Uh-huh. Ooh, ouch. He seems to be saying something, but I can't hear his words because of the ringing in my ears. I'm not sure how much time had passed before the pain from my bite wound jolted me awake again. I like how they just bite you now. They're just like, oh, we're gonna go all feral on it. We're gonna bite you. I find myself alone in the interrogation room. Zayne is gone. Unable to find him, I have no choice but to leave the prison. I catch my delayed flight and bid farewell to Lincoln City, my childhood home. I settle down in a small town and focus on finding a quieter life. I never see Zayne again. Oh, that sucks. I avoid any news reports that's related to him. So long as I don't look, he might still exist in this world. Snow greets the small town for the winter. Frost blooms on my window and obscures the scenery outside. The muddled sight reminds me of when my vision blurred after Zayne bit me. Suddenly, I recall what Zayne said to me in the interrogation room.
Goodbye.
Oh, no, my heart. Oh, that hurts. Oh, come on, that hurts. That really hurts. Bro, if you let them bite you all the way, it just gets sad, bro. What the frick? Okay, hang on. I'm gonna go to this one again. Okay, did you see where the activator was? Was it in his chest? Because for Caleb, it was behind the ear. And I'm assuming for this one, it's in his chest somewhere, or in his torso. I couldn't tell which one. Or like where exactly.
Now, there's only one thing left to do.
Okay, so it is in his chest, right?
Become my prisoner, or my master.
I'm gonna assume that was his chest. But like, did she just press on it? Like, what happened there? I don't know what happened.
You can never leave me.
Yeah, and then we just have a quick makeout sesh. That was way sadder than Caleb's bad ending. I know, right? Winter returns once more. Okay, yeah. So, my assumption is that it's in his chest. And that she, like, presses it or something. And then they just have a full-on makeout sesh. It's like either his chest or maybe like his lower chest to his torso. It's somewhere right there. Can't really give a definite spot on that. Well, that's all of Zayne's. I will admit, in terms of this scene alone, it was definitely spicier than Caleb's, but I liked Caleb's. I like them both. They're both interesting. And as much as I really want to continue, because I still have 3 more, I still got Xavier's, I still got Raphael's, and I still got your boys. I really don't have any more time. I've been spending quite a long time on this. And I want to keep going. I really do. Do you know how curious I am to see Xavier's? I am so curious to see Xavier's. Like, so curious. But that's all the time I have for today. I will have to continue this another time. As much as I sincerely don't want to end it right now. Like, we're in a groove and I like it and I'm enjoying what I'm seeing so far. I don't really have any more time for today, but maybe I'll continue this either tomorrow or Wednesday or sometime this later on in the week. But that's all I can really do for now. I'm so sorry I have to end it here. But I hope you guys enjoyed this time that we had together, and I will announce on my Insta when the next time I will be streaming. So until then, you guys, I'm gonna have to leave it here, but let me know if you want to see other things. If you like, I have plenty other memories I can go through that I just haven't gone through yet. or, you know, like want to see me try and go for more wishes or so on and so forth, or if you want to see me go through the event stuff for all the guys. So until then, I think I'm gonna leave it here. So thank you guys for watching, and I will catch y'all next time. Bye!